brand new documents out about Phil Godlewski and he's suing his victim. So Phil Godlewski is currently suing his victim, which we'll refer to as Bree. You will see her name here, obviously, but we're not. I'm just going to yell her name out. But obviously, it's listed in these documents, and we're going to go over these. There's also been some new text messages released, which I think are very, very interesting, including the one we just read. And I decided that, it's probably time that I fire up another video. So we're going to go through this real quick. We've already started it. I'm not going to read all this stuff about the claims up top. We're just going to stop right here when I thought, oh, God, we better put this on multiple platforms. So you'll see this tomorrow morning. J-Bird brought you 10 six-packs. Thank you very much, J-Bird. I appreciate it. So we're going to go through this, and you will see it. You will actually see it tomorrow morning, even though I'm doing this on the night of the 4th. You'll see it on Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. So here we go. We're hopping back into it. It says, so the claim in Phil's paperwork, the claim was Bree's affidavit is defamatory in that it accuses Godlewski of having a sexual relationship with a minor and implies that Godlewski was convicted of sex offenses. Now, when they respond to this, it says, paragraph 20 contains conclusions of law to which no response is required. To the extent the response is deemed required, defendant specifically denies the affidavit is defamatory. Strict proof of this allegation is demanded at the time of trial. In the meantime, and by the way of further response, see the text messages between plaintiff and defendant attached here too as Exhibit A. Most notably, please refer to March 5th, 2010. March 5th, 2010, text from the plaintiff, Godlewski, to the defendant, the victim, Bree, pertaining to how Phil believes Bree's mother would view him, stating, quote, I disagree. I think she'll see me as the 25-year-old that fucked her 15-year-old daughter and lied about it. Attached as Exhibit B. Here we go. We're going further. 21 says, Bree published the affidavit to attorney Timothy J. Hinton with the knowledge and intent that Hinton would republish the affidavit in other litigation. And it says paragraph 21 contains conclusion of law with no responses required. To the extent response is required, defendant specifically denies the same. Strict proof of this allegation is demanded at trial. 22. Bree's affidavit applies to Godlewski in that it specifically identifies Godlewski as the alleged perpetrator of sexual acts with a minor. Denied as stated, the affidavit to plaintiff's complaint is a writing in terms which will speak for itself. So I'm reading the complaint that Phil filed, then I'm reading the responses. 23 on the complaint says any reasonable recipient of the affidavit would understand that the affidavit to be defamatory and as it accuses Godlewski of extreme moral turpitude and engaging in criminal acts by having sexual relationship with a minor. Paragraph 23 contains conclusion of law, which we don't have to respond to. Defendant specifically denies the same. Strict proof of this allegation is deemed at the time of trial. By way of further response, the affidavit is not defamatory, but instead speaks the truth. See Exhibit A. 24 says any reasonable recipient of the affidavit would under the affidavit as being intended to apply to Godlewski and that it specifically identifies Godlewski as the alleged sexual predator of sexual acts with a minor. 24 says conclusion of law. By way of further response, the affidavit is not defamatory, but instead speaks the truth. 25. Godlewski has suffered special harm in the form of damage to Godlewski's reputation and character. Strict proof of this allegation is demanded at the time of trial. See Exhibit A. So Exhibit A must be groundbreaking. 26. Bree was not conditionally privileged to make the defamatory statements regarding Godlewski. Strict proof of this allegation is demanded at the time of trial. Exhibit A. Exhibit A. Exhibit A. Exhibit A. These are all through 29. 30 says see Exhibit A. 31 says Exhibit A. And 32 says see Exhibit A. So I'm just going to go through these and read all the claims. So they all just say, we deny this, see Exhibit A. In alternative, Bree has abused any conditional privilege in that Bree made the statements in the affidavit from improper motive in an improper manner and not based upon reasonable cause. Bree made the statements in the affidavit knowing them to be false and with willful disregard. Bree made the statements in the affidavit with reckless disregard for their veracity. Bree made the statements in the affidavit with negligent disregard for their veracity. Going all the way to 32. Bree made the statements in the affidavit with actual malice. The statements in Bree's affidavit are defamatory per se. So that was all the claims all the way through 32. Let's see, 33, it says paragraphs 1 through 32 complaint are restated and reincorporated by references through fully set forth. So you don't have to respond to that. See Exhibit A, see Exhibit A, see Exhibit A. That's through 36. See Exhibit A, see Exhibit A, see Exhibit A, all the way through 40. Through 41, see Exhibit A. So we can read the claims through 41. The statements in Bree's affidavit place Godlewski in a false light. The statements in Bree's affidavit are highly offensive to a reasonable person. The statements in Bree's affidavit contain major misrepresentation of Godlewski's character, history, activities, and beliefs. Bree made the statements in the affidavit knowing them to be false with willful disregard of the truth. Bree made the statements in the affidavit with reckless disregard for their veracity. Bree made the statements in the affidavit with negligent disregard for their veracity. That was just double printed. 40, Bree made the statements in the affidavit with actual malice. 41, Bree conduct has invaded Godlewski's privacy by casting Godlewski in a false light to the public. So all those just basically say, we don't have to respond to this, but we will. We demand strict proof and see Exhibit A. This is another statement of law. 42 is a statement of law. 43 says see Exhibit A. See Exhibit A, see Exhibit A, see Exhibit A, see Exhibit A, and then we'll stop. We'll read 48 there. Okay. Paragraphs 1 through 41 of this complaint are restated and reincorporated and referenced set fully forth. The statements in Bree's affidavit falsely allege that Phil Godlewski engaged in a sexual relationship with Bree while Bree was a minor. The statements in Bree's affidavit assert that Godlewski and Bree engaged in a consensual sexual relationship in 2014-2016 after Bree attained the age of the age majority. Bree's allegations of a fact relate to the private facts of Godlewski's life. A reasonable person would be highly offended by disclosure of the private facts of one's sexual life. The facts alleged in Bree's affidavit are not matters of legitimate public concern. And here we go. This is 48. Bree's conduct has invaded Godlewski's privacy by giving publicity to Godlewski's public life. To Godlewski's public life. Gave publicity to his public life. That doesn't sound right. Wherefore, a plaintiff, Philip Godlewski, respectfully requests that the honorable court enter a judgment in his favor against Bree, providing the following relief. Compensatory damages in the amount of excess of judicial threshold requiring compulsory arbitration, nominal damages, punitive damages in an amount sufficient to deter similar future conduct by the defendant, equitable relief sufficient to prevent similar future conduct by the defendant, costs and counsel fees, and any such other relief as the court may deem necessary. They respond. It says we don't have to respond to this. Wherefore, defendant Bree respectfully requests the honorable court enter a judgment in her favor and against the plaintiff, dismissing plaintiff's claims and awarding the defendant whatever additional equitable relief the court deems appropriate. Now there's the problem of the new matter. So there's a new matter, and this would be a countersuit. So I'm going to close the complaint Phil made, and here's the new matter. The statements of law compiled here are not defamatory or capable of defamatory meaning as a matter of law. The statements complained are true and substantially true. Plaintiff is a public figure or limited public figure and thus must prove that the defendant acted with actual malice. Now, this is what I brought up again and again and again and again and again and again. No one has to prove that Phil did have sex with her. Against all the evidence, Phil has to prove he didn't, and they either knew or should have known he didn't. It's going to be a very, very hard case because the idiot admitted that he was a public figure. So they would stop looking for his degrees and his fucking tax return and leave him alone about those. He admitted he's a public figure. Plaintiff cannot prove the defendant acted with actual malice. The statements complained of were privileged, reasonable, and justified. Plaintiff suffered no damage by reason of the statements complained of. The statements complained of are not the legal cause of any injury to the plaintiff. The implications are innocuous, alleged by plaintiff are reasonable, unfair, strained, innuendous. Is that innuendous? Innuendous alleged by plaintiff are unreasonable, unfair, strained, and unwarranted. I don't think I've ever seen innuendous spelled out, but I guess I got it now. The statements complained of were made in the exercise of defendant's right to freedom of speech afforded by the First and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution and by the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. A plaintiff must show that his standing in the community has been grievously fractured to prove language is defamatory, and not only are the statements not defamatory, plaintiff's standing in the community has not been grievously fractured. Plaintiff is not entitled to punitive damages. An award of punitive damages for speech concerning matters of public concern is prohibited by the Constitution and the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Wherefore, Defendant Bree respectfully requests this honorable court enter a judgment in her favor and against plaintiff, dismissing plaintiff's claims and awarding defendant whatever additional equitable relief the court deems appropriate. Defendant's counterclaim. Factual background. In or around October 2008, plaintiff began pursuing a sexual relationship with defendant, a minor at the time. At or around March 2010, and after defendant's parents learned said sexual relationship was continuing, defendant provided a statement to the police acknowledging her sexual relationship with the plaintiff. At no point in this statement did defendant lie, embellish, or otherwise make defamatory statements regarding plaintiff. Instead, she told the truth. At various times in their sexual relationship, plaintiff, in his capacity as a realtor, took defendant to third-party homes in order to have sexual relations with her. We've heard this the entire time. Now she's admitting to it. On July 11th, 2011, plaintiff pled guilty to corrupting defendant's morals, the morals of a minor, corrupting the morals of a minor. On July 11th, 2011, I can't wait for my court case that's not happening ever. On July 11th, 2011, plaintiff pled guilty to corrupting defendant's morals. On October 31st, 2002, defendant signed an affidavit attached hereto as Exhibit C outlining her sexual relationship with the plaintiff. At no point in this affidavit did the defendant lie, embellish, or otherwise make defamatory statements regarding plaintiff. Instead, the affidavit is truthful. All factual allegations made in the affidavit were entirely true, including but not limited to the existence of a sexual relationship between plaintiff and defendant when the defendant was 15 years of age, the time at which the sexual relationship between plaintiff and defendant began, plaintiff's purchase of gifts for defendant, plaintiff and defendant having sex while the defendant was in 9th and 10th grade at Riverside High School, plaintiff's threats of unaliving himself. Again, I broke this a long time ago. He said he was going to kill himself if she testified, and she just had a boyfriend literally kill himself. Imagine how traumatizing this is to a 15-year-old. Your last boyfriend that you had killed himself, and now this one's telling you, if you testify against me, I'm going to do it too. I'm going to do it too. I told you. I broke this a long time ago, and Phil's still denying it. If the defendant were to testify against him during defendant's criminal proceedings related to the relationship with the plaintiff, defendant's decision not to testify against plaintiff during his criminal case, partially in response to plaintiff's pleas, the resumption of the plaintiff and defendant's sexual relationship following the defendant's criminal case. So not when she was an adult, but as soon as the case was over, they went back to fucking. On March 28, 2003, defendant signed an affidavit hereafter March 2023 affidavit attached hereto as Exhibit D, accompanied by 2 attachments, the first being a record created by plaintiff of what he did minute by minute pertaining to defendant that day, which came with expensive earrings, and the second being the collection of text messages between plaintiff and defendant. The above-mentioned text messages began on February 24, 2010, but make clear references to an existing sexual relationship prior to the inception of these text messages with the defendant as a minor. Plaintiff and defendant discuss, so they don't have text messages before February 24th, 2010, but there's prior relationship. They're talking about a relationship in past tense already. Plaintiff and defendant discussing having a relationship again numerous times, and plaintiff indicates that he, quote, is finished having sex with defendant for a long time if that's okay with Bree. All of which evidence the existence of a past relationship. Moreover, and significantly, plaintiff clearly identifies a past sexual relationship with the defendant while defendant was underage when he sends the following text message on March 5th, 2010 regarding how he believes defendant's mother would feel about him. I disagree. I think she'll see me as a 25-year-old that fucked her 15-year-old daughter and lied to her about it. See Exhibit B. As evidenced above, at no point in March 2023 affidavit did defendant lie, embellish, or otherwise make defamatory statements regarding plaintiff. Instead, she spoke the truth, and the affidavit is truthful. Between November 2021 and April 2023, plaintiff has continuously, deliberately, and recklessly published and spoken defamatory falsehoods concerning defendant. Plaintiff has channels on at least 3 streaming platforms, Rumble, DLive, and Locals, where he regularly hosts podcasts like live videos discussing various topics, including political ideas, financial opinions, and information about his personal life. Plaintiff simultaneously live streams to all platforms to reach a larger audience. According to the plaintiff, his live streams regularly have millions of viewers watching live, reaching 25 million live viewers during one particular popular video. In addition to the millions of viewers watching live, the videos are that only like the reason I laugh and don't dispute it is that only hurts him. The more people he's talking to or claims he's talking to, the more it hurts him. Unless he wants to come out and prove that there weren't 25 million people there. In addition to the million of viewers watching live, the videos are posted to Plaintiff's Rumble page, where more viewers can watch recordings of the original live streams. During multiple live streams, Plaintiff made implied and or outright defamatory claims pertaining to defendant, identifying Plaintiff by name at times in the live streams or otherwise providing sufficient information for defendant to be identified in the local community. Indeed, in Plaintiff's August 5th, 2002 live stream, the plaintiff states that a defendant filed a false police report that led to numerous charges Plaintiff faced in 2010, alleging he had engaged in a sexual relationship with a minor and or corrupted the morals of a minor. In Plaintiff's August 2002 live stream, Plaintiff states that he and defendant had no sexual contact or speech, implying that defendant lied in her 2010 police statement to the police and under oath in her October 2002 affidavit. In Plaintiff's November 26, 2002 live stream, Plaintiff stated that he never did anything inappropriate with the defendant and that defendant's 2002 affidavit was fabricated, implying that the defendant lied under oath in October 2002 affidavit. Later in the same live stream, Plaintiff stated that nothing happened between us, referring to himself and the defendant, again implying that the defendant lied under oath in her October 2002 affidavit. Again, in the same live stream, Plaintiff states that the girl lied the first and second time, and this time she perjured herself, referring to the defendant's original statement to police in 2010, the defendant's October 2002 affidavit. The statements outright state that the defendant lied to the police and lied again under oath to the court, ultimately stating that the defendant committed perjury. Plaintiff proceeds to outright state later in the same live stream that he and the defendant had never had sexual relations, and the defendant lied about it multiple times, then identifies the defendant as a Bree shortly thereafter. On November 27, 2002, Plaintiff's attorney Timothy M. Coleman, Esquire, hereinafter Attorney Coleman, stated in an email attached here to his Exhibit E, on behalf of the plaintiff, that defendant's October 2002 affidavit was sudden and improvident. The email then states that any sexual relationship occurred when the couples were of age, and this has never been denied. The above statement implies that the defendant's October 2002 affidavit was lies or otherwise fabricated. The same day, plaintiff posted a screenshot of and reiterated the statement made in the above mentioned email on his page on an app known as Telegram, where plaintiff had approximately 285,000 followers at the time the screenshot was posted. The screenshot is attached here to his Exhibit F. In plaintiff's February 3rd live stream, plaintiff stated, an affidavit doesn't mean an affidavit is true. It just means she swore to a lie. On March 2nd, 2003, plaintiff stated in a post on his Telegram page they extorted Bree for her affidavit, implying the defendant lied under oath in October 2022 affidavit. The post attached here to is Exhibit G. In the plaintiff's April 18th, 2023 live stream, plaintiff identified defendant as Bree, then stated that the defendant swore to an affidavit that was false, incorrect, and defamatory. He then stated, keep lying, and I'm going to get you. In plaintiff's May 2nd, 2003 live stream, plaintiff stated that defendant wrote an affidavit that is just completely lies in reference to the October 2022 affidavit. All above referenced clips from plaintiff's live streams on Rumble have been downloaded and otherwise available online at rumble.com, Phil Godlewski, but could not be attached here. Upon information and belief, plaintiff also stated that Bree was not born in 1993 in a video posted on August 11, 2002. That has since been deleted or is otherwise unavailable to the public. In making the above-mentioned written and verbal statements, plaintiff knowingly and willfully published and spoke false and defamatory matter about defendant, which imputed to defendant conduct constituting felonies and other criminal offenses, imputed to defendant conduct that would give reasonable person grounds to avoid romantic involvement with defendant, imputed to defendant conduct that would impact defendant's standing in her religious community and her employment, and imputed to the defendant conduct that would impact her reputation generally in her community. Guys, let's see if we can, I might have covered this. We're looking for later on, we're looking for an August 11th, 2002 video where Phil claimed she was not born in 93. Remember how he kept changing the ages? Oh, she was 16 and I was 20. She was 17. I was 21. You don't remember? It was during that time. And it was August 11th, 2002, or 22, if you guys can remember that.
I might have covered it, and it might be in one of my clips.
All right. The preceding paragraphs are incorporated herein as fully set before. The above-mentioned statements made by Plaintiff Phil Godlewski were entirely false insofar as they reflect upon defendant's conduct, character, and reputation. Plaintiff knew that his statements were false when they were made, but intentionally and maliciously chose to make the false statements to his millions of viewers on Rumble, DLive, and Locals, and his hundreds of thousands of followers on Telegram. The false and defamatory statements made by plaintiff were understood by his viewers and followers to have a negative and damaging impact on the perception of defendant, and were understood or reasonably understood as intended to be applied to the defendant. The written and verbal false and defamatory statements made by plaintiff reference to defendant have reached and continue to reach a massive audience, and defendant likewise demands presumed compensatory, economic, and punitive damages for the harm flowing from any and all such continued circulation of the false and defamatory statements, in addition to the harm flowing from the initial live streams and posts. The above-mentioned false and defamatory statements were in no manner privileged. The aforementioned statements collectively and individually, maliciously, intentionally, recklessly, and falsely, by words, innuendo, and inference, created an atmosphere of public scorn and ridicule against defendant and attributed improper conduct to defendant. The statements and implications outlined above were made with actual malice and constitute defamation, which is actionable per se for two separate reasons. The statements that claim that defendant committed perjury, which is a felony offense and thus constitutes words imputing a criminal offense. B, the statements claim defendant lied when accusing a man of engaging in illegal sexual activities, which unquestionably constitutes serious sexual misconduct by today's standards, as the current climate surrounding sexual misconduct allegations claimed has attached a stigma to false accusers that is no less severe. Sure, if she's the type of person that would make a false claim, if that were true, then that's a stigma that sticks around with you too. I mean, employers and future love interests and family and friends. The above statements have caused a special harm to defendant, as they have irreparably damaged her reputation and exposed her to hatred, contempt, ridicule, and humiliation. As a direct and proximate cause of the intentional and malicious statements identified above, and when considering the massive audience the plaintiff reaches, defendant's reputation and esteem in and well beyond her community have been severely adversely affected. As a result of the aforementioned defamatory statements, defendant has suffered and will sustain in the future a loss of income and earning capacity. As a result of the aforementioned defamatory statements, defendant has suffered and will continue to suffer grave I hope she gets millions. Mental anguish, humiliation, and loss of enjoyment of life. The conduct of the plaintiff in making the above defamatory statements was outrageous, and plaintiff acted in bad faith and or with reckless indifference towards the truth, for which defendant claims additional punitive damages. Defendant Bree seeks all damages, including punitive damages, allowed under the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania in an amount in excess of $50,000, plus the cost of suit, which sum is in excess of the amount requiring compulsory arbitration under the applicable statutes of Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and local rules of court. The proceedings paragraph are incorporated herein too, set forth, if fully set forth below. The aforementioned statements contain distortions, misrepresentations, misstatements of fact, and omissions of fact designed to cast the defendant in a false light. The aforementioned statements collectively and individually and without regard to their truth or their falsity create false impressions by repeatedly, widely, and extensively disseminating information which state or implied falsehoods about the defendant and placed her before the public in a false light that would be considered highly offensive to a reasonable person. As a direct and proximate cause of these intentional, malicious, reckless, and negligent statements, defendant has suffered the aforementioned injuries. Wherefore, defendant Bree seeks all damages, including punitive damages, allowed under the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania in an amount of excess of $50,000 plus cost of suit, which sum is in excess of the amount requiring compulsory arbitration under the applicable statutes of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and local rules court. The preceding paragraphs incorporated herein as if fully set forth below. Under 42 PACS 5533/2021, if an individual is entitled to bring a civil action arising from sexual abuse is under 18 years of age at the time the cause of action accrues, the individual shall have a period of 37 years after attaining 18 years of age in which to commence an action for damages regarding of whether the individual files a criminal complaint regarding the sexual abuse. So if you're under 18 years of age, you've got 37 years after you turn 18 to still go after them civilly, even if you don't file a criminal case.
And she's well within her 37 years.
Beginning at or around the fall of 2008 through spring, summer 2010, defendant, a 15, 16-year-old minor during the time period, engaged in sexual intercourse multiple times with plaintiff, who upon information and belief was between 25 and 26 years of age at that time. During the beginning of this relationship between plaintiff and defendant, plaintiff held a position of authority over defendant as plaintiff was a coach in defendant's high school. During numerous sexual interactions between plaintiff and defendant, plaintiff intentionally caused offensive and harmful bodily contact with defendant. During numerous sexual interactions between plaintiff and defendant, defendant experienced reasonable apprehension that offensive and or harmful bodily contact was imminent. As a result of this harmful and or offensive bodily contact, defendant suffered injuries but not included to, but not limited to, anxiety, depression, stress, embarrassment, humiliation, and all other injuries and damages resulting from those injuries listed above.
Damn, she's going for him now. Good job, Bree.
As a result of the aforesaid injuries and natural consequences thereof, defendant has suffered mental discomfort, inconvenience, anxiety, and limitations to her ability to do normal everyday activities, especially with her ability to engage in a healthy sexual relationship, and will continue to suffer into the future. Defendant Bree seeks all damages, including punitive damages allowed under the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, in an amount in excess of $50,000 plus cost of sue, which sum is in excess of the amount requiring compulsory arbitration under the applicable statutes of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and local rules of court. Here we go. The preceding paragraphs are incorporated herein as if fully set forth below. These are multiple counts. So the first count was, count 1 was defamation. Count 2 is false lot. Count 3 is assault. Count 4 is battery. The preceding paragraphs are recorded herein, beginning at or around fall 2008 through spring, summer 2010. Defendant, a 15, 16-year-old minor during the time period, engaged in sexual intercourse multiple times with plaintiff, who upon information and belief was between 25 and 26. There are numerous sexual encounters between plaintiff and defendant. Plaintiff intentionally initiated harmful or offensive physical contact with defendant, who was a minor at all relevant times. During none of these sexual interactions did plaintiff attain actual consent. During none of these sexual interactions did plaintiff obtain actual consent, as any consent given was given under duress, considering plaintiff held a position of power as a high school baseball coach. You can't get consent from a minor, especially a minor who has a position of power over you. You can't get consent from them. At defendant's high school, and plaintiff preyed upon the minor defendant, who was suffering due to the sudden and untimely death of her boyfriend. As a result, but not limited to harmful and or offensive bodily contact, defendant suffered injuries, anxiety, depression, stress, embarrassment, humiliation, all other injuries and damages resulting from the injuries listed above. As a result of the aforesaid injuries and natural consequences thereof, defendant has suffered mental discomfort, inconvenience, anxiety, and limitations on her ability to do normal everyday activities, especially with her ability to engage in a healthy sexual relationship, and will continue to suffer in the future. Wherefore, defendant is in excess of $50,000 and too much for compulsory arbitration.
Count 5, intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Bree versus Phil. The preceding paragraphs incorporated and fully set forth below. Beginning at or around fall 2008, the spring and summer in 2010, defendant, a 16-year-old minor during the time period, engaged in sexual intercourse multiple times with plaintiff, who upon information and belief between 25 and 26, throughout the sexual relationship, defendant and plaintiff communicated through text, phone calls, and through a downloaded application designed for discreet messaging. Of course they did. In the conversations, plaintiff mentally abused, manipulated, and extorted defendant, acting extraordinarily possessive towards the minor despite being engaged and living with another woman. Plaintiff repeatedly attempted to control aspects of defendant's life, including her dating life, her choices, and her relationships with friends and family, using offers of money and gifts to influence defendant, including a puppy and a car. Defendant's abusive, manipulative, and extortionary text messages must be read in their entirety to fully understand the depth of outrageous conduct, but by way of example, include the following text as evidenced in Exhibit A. I'm going out tonight, right now. Actually, I haven't been drunk in over a year. I need to be because of you. What kind of puppy do you want? I'll make you sign a paper that says it's mine, though, so I can hold it hostage when we're fighting. So he says he's going to go get drunk because of her. Then he's going to hold the puppy and sign a paper to hold it hostage. In response to the defendant not answering plaintiff's text for about an hour, I don't like that some days you treat me like a piece of annoying garbage. That's either going to change real soon or this is over. Plain and simple. I wanted to talk to you all day and you've done nothing but dismiss me for over an hour now. Like, fuck you. Sorry for loving you and being excited to hear your voice. Fuck you. That was on March 1st, 2010. 3 o'clock and no later, you bitch. I'll kill you if you're late again. That sounds normal.
Phil Godlewski, I can't wait to get all these quotes downloaded as donation alerts.
Is somebody a talented voice actor? After plaintiff tells the defendant he will buy her a car, there's going to be rules. The car will be titled to me, not you. If you break the rules, I'll pull the car. Oh, you're with Tom? That's why you aren't talking to me, Kay. The feeling I have in my stomach when you're with Tom and I'm on the other line trying to talk to you, and the pain and awful feeling I'm left with for the rest of the day is far worse than the thrilling feeling of loving you, being with you, and having sex with you. We need to stop talking, Bree. I can't love you knowing you're with someone else who loves you, and you shouldn't either. This has to end. Approximately 1.5 hour conversation where plaintiff claims he is ending the relationship due to defendant's choice to have a relationship with another male, claims he will move on from defendant, and otherwise plays with the emotions of the minor defendant. I have no intentions on not talking to you anymore, you retard. I told you I wouldn't, and I mean it, and I meant it. I wanted to see how you reacted to all this. You failed today, though. Big time fail. Don't make it seem like you wasn't crying, dumb bitch. I needed to get to the heart of your feelings. In response to defendant telling plaintiff he makes her life miserable by offering to buy you a car, give you money so you don't have to work, keep you clean and off drugs, and fall in love with you. You're right. I'm so terrible. But this is the more dramatic reading right here. Following a fight which started because plaintiff messaged one of the defendant's friends, telling the friend he had a dream about her. So Phil messaged one of the other underage girls to tell her he had a sexualized dream about her, I'm assuming. It doesn't say sexualized, but that's just what I'm assuming.
Then he says, we need a break, period.
I can't convey how much I care about you. I care about because you just do not trust me. Time apart may help. I don't know. Goodbye. I love you. Fuck you then. Fuck your shopping trip and your car too. I'm not spending $1 on you until I'm convinced you realize how much I care about you. There's no way I'm buying your love. And right now, I'm the furthest thing from convinced. I temporarily blocked your number from texting me. I needed some time to figure this out. I love you, Bree. It then appears plaintiff blocked defendant's number for approximately 10 hours. I don't know if I can love someone who cares about someone else. I just don't think I can. The difference is I don't have feelings for my fiance, but you have feelings for the guy you're with. I don't care anymore. I'm going to limit how much I can care about you from now on. Wow. Following defendant saying she wants to tell plaintiff's fiance the full extent of their relationship. And if I go to jail, your boy comes with me. I've got texts too. Show you've admitted to sexual relationship with Tom Neslow. So go blow your whistle. I'll be ready. The texts were forwarded to my email address and time-stamped. I'll print them and mail them to your moms, okay? So this is when Phil claimed that they were just talking on the phone. He tried to break it off with her. He lied and told Carrie he did. And then he actually didn't, but they were just texting, no sex. And then Carrie found out and he had to break it off with her. Instead, you've admitted to having sex with Tom Neslow, so go blow your whistle. I'll be ready. Because she wanted to bust him. Although they actually the plaintiff in sexually, mentally, and emotionally abusing a 15-year-old constitute extreme and outrageous conduct in and of themselves, plaintiff's depraved conduct continued when he threatened to commit suicide if the defendant chose to testify against him in his 2010 criminal trial. A threat of suicide by someone a child cares about would cause mental anguish in any child. However, this threat hit Bree particularly hard since her previous boyfriend committed suicide a few years earlier. Plaintiff intentionally and recklessly used this threat as he knew it would elicit an extreme emotional response out of defendant in hopes that it would persuade her against testifying. All the above stated conduct was done intentionally and with reckless disregard for mental well-being of defendant. The above stated instances of plaintiff conduct individually and collectively represent extreme and outrageous conduct, especially when considering his actions were directed at a 15 or 16-year-old girl. As a direct result of plaintiff's conduct, defendant suffered severe and permanent emotional distress. As a direct result of plaintiff's conduct, defendant suffered the following injuries: anxiety, depression, stress, embarrassment, humiliation, all other injuries resulting from those injuries, all other injuries and damages resulting from the injuries listed above. As a result of the aforementioned injuries, defendant has suffered severe emotional distress, mental discomfort, inconvenience, anxiety, limitations to her ability to do normal everyday activities, especially with her ability to engage in a healthy sexual relationship, and will continue to suffer so far. In excess, she's seeking in excess of $50,000 plus the cost of suit, which is above the compulsory arbitration. Negligent infliction of emotional distress. At the beginning of the relationship this is count 6.
At the beginning of the relationship between plaintiff and defendant, plaintiff was a baseball coach at defendant's high school and 25, 26 both years of age.
Plaintiff's position as a coach in defendant's high school constitutes special relationship for purposes of this claim. Further, by plaintiff's own admission, in his Rumble D-Live local stream, plaintiff took on somewhat of a role of a grief counselor in his capacity as a coach at defendant's high school, further clarifying that a special relationship existed between defendant and plaintiff. If this court finds that the plaintiff's infliction of emotional distress on the defendant was not intentional, defendant pleads that such an infliction of emotional distress was at least negligent and arising from the special relationship between plaintiff and defendant. So there's special laws when you're in like a special relationship or a position of power. So they're seeking $50,000 in excess of $50,000 plus cost of suit, no compulsory arbitration. And that's all signed.
May 2nd, 2003. Yeah, that's 276 pages of fucking straight fire.
Verifications. Answer counterclaims are true. Okay. Exhibit A. Oh my God, these are all the messages. I'll get out at 3. The fuck? I told you that. I know, damn it. Relax. I'll be there soon. You there now? Relax. Almost. Leaving now. 5 minutes. Okay, good. Go down the alley. I'll pick you up on Davis Street. What alley? By the swings. Rolling on the floor laughing. I love you. You really do? I think more than I've ever loved any girl before. How? I'm strange. I don't know. Please don't stop talking to me. I need you. Would you still love me if I told you I had to shit? Yes. So that was the girl has to shit. This is Phil. And then Phil says, she says, aw, then you really do. Phil says, I'm sorry about today. I'm just in a really bad place. She responds, it's okay. I unfortunately love you too. Phil says, really? Phil says, really? Do you tell Tom that? It's okay if you do. Phil says, after all, that last year you never stopped loving me. She says, I'm not really. He sends a heart. She says, you got over me real fast. He says, I never completely got over you, Bree. I might have made it appear that way on purpose, but I still loved you. She says, even at the baseball games? He says, always. She says, I love you, Phil. Fuck. He says, I love you. I'll text you later if I can. She says, okay, heart. How about you fall in love with me? So how'd you fall in love with me so soon? He says, who cares? She says, what do you even love about me? According to everyone else, I'm a disgusting whore who doesn't shower and had sex with 10 guys. He says, so soon? I've been talking to you for over a year. Yeah, scratch that. Whatever. I hate everyone. That's what she said back. He says, if you don't care what everyone thinks, and you shouldn't either, I know you enough as a person to know that I've fallen for you and could see myself with you for a very long time. She says, I wish, but you won't leave her, so we can't be together. He says, so we'll stop then until I do. She says, you'll never leave her. He says, you'll see. He says, just make 100% sure this is what you want, because if we stop, I'm not starting again until she's gone, which could be a year or more. So he's saying, you got to keep fucking me because I'm not doing nothing until she's gone, basically. This is also manipulation. She says, you've been saying that since day one. You weren't trying to leave her when you were all lovey-dovey with her on the cruise. He says, the cruise would have never happened if you were still in my life. She says, you told me how you've been trying to leave her ever since we stopped talking. You don't try and get away from someone and then go on a cruise with them and buy them a sports car. Go fuck yourself, Phil. I'm so stupid for ever believing a word that came out of, and then it just stops. I guess your mouth. It came out of. For example, you said your cars were one of the things that attached you to. If you were trying to get away from her, you wouldn't have bought her one. He says, I never had intentions talking to you this time because she wasn't gone yet. You put both of us in this situation. I was going to wait. 2 weeks before we started, I packed my bags and was ready to leave, but we resolved it because of money. That won't always be the case. It's just too soon. Kay, then, stop believing me. This is also Phil. Kay, then, stop believing me. I'm just a liar, and you're wasting your time, Kay. I won't bother calling you. Just forget it. I can't take this anymore. You've succeeding in hurting me as much as I've ever hurt you. Congrats, Brie. She then says, don't try and bullshit your way out of it. You told me that you were trying to get rid of her even before we started talking again. You obviously weren't trying to get rid of her if you took her on a cruise and bought her an iPhone and bought her a fucking car. I believe it just says C. He says, tomorrow I'll block your cell number from calling my line so we can both resist the temptation. Maybe that will help both of us avoid getting hurt next time. I'm sorry that I can't leave her yet. I really am, but I told you I couldn't. I warned you about this. I tried to prevent it. She says, no, I want you to answer my fucking question. If you were trying to leave her, why would you buy her a fucking car? You know, one of those huge reasons why you have to stay with her? He then says, the cars never meant shit. I can't afford to lose a $30,000 or $40,000 car. Never even mentioned the properties to you last year, but now I've been telling you the truth. Fuck the cars. She could keep all of them. It's the properties that have me cornered. She says, still not answering my question. If you don't love her and you were trying to leave her and the things were so bad, why did you buy her a car? He says, because buying the car made no difference when it came to leaving her or not leaving her. If she leaves, I wouldn't give a rat's ass if she kept it at all. He then says, it's the real estate, not the cars, dogs, phones, clothes, or any personal belongings. Not even my house. I can get all new things by this weekend. What I cannot do is come up with $500,000. If that happens, I'm bankrupt. She says, if you can't stand a girl and you don't love her and you don't want to be with her, why would you buy her a car? He says, because I'm rich and I can afford it. Buying her a car wouldn't be equivalent to Dane taking you to see Dear John. Okay? He then says, it's a drop in the bucket, hardly a large expense to me. He can't afford $500K, but the car, he's so rich, a car doesn't even bother him. It's a drop in the bucket, hardly a large expense to me. I can take you to Jersey tomorrow and buy you a Mercedes and not worry about paying for it. She says, oh, you're so rich? Then leave her, you fucking goddamn stupid idiot. He says, but I certainly don't have $500,000. She says, I expect a BMW in my driveway tomorrow. He puts ... You don't want a BMW. Trust me. She says, I want something with 4 wheels in my driveway tomorrow because you're rich. And anything for you is just a drop in the bucket. So I want a car. He says, K. She says, I'm serious. You can buy a girl you tell me you can't stand an expensive, gorgeous car because you're just so fucking rich, but you can't leave her. You can just buy her a car. You should be like Oprah and have your own talk show and just buy everyone in. And then it ends. You don't even have the decency to call me back. See, exactly. You didn't even fucking care. You really don't love me, but okay. And he says, I love you more than anyone I've ever loved, and I'm sorry I can't be with you. She says, like, really don't even know what to do with myself right now. I'm so sad and fucking pissed off and upset. He says, I'll be back for you someday, hopefully someone that sooner than later. I'm sorry this isn't the time, and I wish there was a way. Have a Pop-Tart. He says, have a Pop-Tart. She says, no, I'm going to smoke this blunt I have in my dresser. He says, be careful. She says, I literally hate your guts. And I feel like, it says pilling. I feel like pilling. And then she says puking. He says, I don't care. I still love you. She says, I really don't believe you. You tell her the same thing. He says, I only mean it when I tell you. I've fallen out of love with her a long time ago. But we are done for now. That's for certain. Unless you're okay with the situation, which I don't think you'll ever be. We need to stop.
And manipulating her again.
I don't know how I'm going to deal with losing you twice, sigh. She says, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll call you in 5 minutes. He says, live your life. Fall in love with a nice boy, not a boy that's tied down. You're an incredible girl. You can do it. Hurry up if you're calling back. She says, I know I can, but I want you, and that's it. I'm so stupid.
He says, you can't have me now.
Not in the capacity you want or need.
Because I'm a dick.
Are you? Uh-oh. Mike bought you 10 six-packs. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Not in the capacity you want or need. Are you calling me or not? She says, yes. And he says, I'm out of time. Figures, go cuddle and watch a movie with your wife. Figures, go cuddle and later, I guess. He says, if you're calling now, I love telling you I love you, so I figured I'd be sneaky and do it again. She says, rolling on the floor laughing, Phil, I love you too. He says, are you sure, or do you feel obligated to say it because I did? She says, I've always loved you. He says, I need to see you soon, very soon. She says, when? He says, ASAP, figure out Linda. Tomorrow's Saturday. I just really need to hold you and close my eyes. She says, well, I'm technically grounded, laugh out loud, but I'll figure it out. I just want to sniff you. He says, I also might be finished having sex with you for a long time, if that's okay with you. I just want you to see that I really care about you and not your body or our sex. Maybe that's the only way I can. She says, that's fine with me until we actually lay in bed together. Then we're toast. He says, I need you, Bree. I need you more than anything in my life. I'm aching to do everything. I'm something to do everything I can to be with you as soon as I possibly can. You're my drug and I'm addicted, to quote a dear friend, sigh. She says, rolling on the floor laughing, we really are basically taking, last night we got into a huge fight and I was really mean. I saved the text so you can see that I'm not lying. We really are basically, okay. And I know it's sick. I know it's sick and all. I know it's sick and all I do is think about you constantly. He says, I'm going to get caught, so I better go. I love you. App text you tomorrow. I'll app text you tomorrow. She says, okay, I love you too. He says, hello, is everything okay? I've been app texting you all day. Hope you're okay. Call me. So they use some type of app that was to help them to like hide their messages. He sends a bunch of lines. Then it says, Bree, I just don't know if you're mad again or if you're sleeping. If you're mad, just text me back so I know you're okay. At least, ... Bree, I'm going to freak out. What the hell are you doing? Am I purposefully being ignored because you spontaneously decided to not talk to me anymore again? I'm going to give it till the end of tonight, then assume that's true. Please talk to me. Okay, now, I think I know you pretty well. I think that if you were actually really pissed at me for something, you would just ignore my calls or texts. I think you'd want a confrontation. You wouldn't, and he corrects it and says, wouldn't just ignore. Also, it's been almost 5 hours since your last Facebook status update, which also leads me to believe you fell asleep. Could you imagine your fucking high school baseball coach trolling your Facebook and knowing how long it's been since you last posted? So I've decided to keep texting you in hopes of waking you up or pissing you off. Either are fine with me. Then she finally says, no, I'm up. I don't want to talk to you at all. He says, what? What's wrong? I've been texting you all day since 11. What did I do now? She says, I really just can't do this. He has an angry face that says, are you serious? She says, I'm not going around and be totally played. Not happening. I'm dead serious. I have never been so serious. He sends ... Damn
it, I wish all these weren't fucking sideways. I need to rotate this motherfucker.
I don't think I can rotate it. No. Not in this app. I'll have to open it in something else. He says, I don't know what to say. I guess I just have to respect your decision and move on. Can I see you one more time at least? Or is this just it? Goodbye through text. I'm floored right now. She says, move on. I have no sympathy for you at all. I don't believe a word that comes out of your mouth. Everything you say is twisted and doesn't make any sense. Look, he says, look, I've been telling you nothing but the truth. You can keep calling me a liar all you want, but I haven't lied about anything since I got you back again. If you want to stop talking to me, then fine, Bree. So it seems like there's no text messages from the first time they were together, and then they had some type of separation. Fine, Bree, stop. But not because I've lied to you, B. Outgoing. And no, I don't want to see you at all, because then you'll just do some more lying and try to talk me back into it. I'm not stupid. I know everything that goes on. I'm not going to be played to the point where you can look at me in the eyes and tell me you're and then it ends. And it says, but you can tell me you love me and have a relationship with Tom, right? Yep, seems fair. I gotta go. I'm not good at having my heart broken, and I need to. Of course you're not. You're a controlling fucking piece of shit. You're not good at anything in a relationship. You're a disgusting motherfucker. I'm not good at having my heart broken. I need to deal with this the only way I know how. I love you, and I think I've Loved you since the first time I saw you. Doubt I'll ever stop. I'm sorry we couldn't we couldn't work things out, Bree. Goodbye. She says, the fact that you have the nerve to say that to make me look just as shitty, and you just goes to show you how shitty you are. Don't turn the tables around on me, you fucking scumbag. It's so far from the same thing. It's ridiculous. I don't fucking like the something. I don't fucking like that, I guess. He says, goodbye, Bree. I love you and I'm sorry. She says, see, you have nothing to say. Don't fucking ignore me. Phil, I swear to God, don't fucking ignore me. He says, what do you want me to say? I've got nothing left. I poured my heart out to you, and I guess maybe I shouldn't have. I'm just really hurt and upset, and I need to be left alone. She says, be right back. I'll be an asshole in a minute. I'm in the process of being kicked out. She's given me 5 minutes to get my shit together. He says, you're unbelievable. Goodbye. He says, I'm really hurt, Bree, and I can't see you right now without losing it. I'd love to pick you up, but I just can't. Let me know that you're okay. He says, your cousin picked me up. Phil says, what? She says, Megan. He says, okay. Then he says, go have fun and don't think about me. I love you. She says, I miss you. I hate my life. He says, I miss you. Sad face. She says, I don't know what to do with my life. Phil says, I don't know what to do with mine either. I want you so bad, but I can't have you. Bree, yes, you can. Bree, I'm at Amanda's with 11 people. I just can't leave. Everyone will want to know where I'm going. Everyone will want to know where I'm going. Phil, I understand. I just wanted to say goodbye. Bree, I can see you another day like tomorrow. You can pick me up from work. Phil, okay. Bree, Phil, question mark. Bree, I don't fucking know, Phil. Phil, sad face. Bree, this sucks. Phil, no fucking shit, asshole. I warned you this would happen. Bree, we'll talk tomorrow. Phil, we're saying goodbye and crying. That's about it. Bree, you wouldn't cry if I fell over and died. Shut up. Phil, I cried today again and the other night and tomorrow. I'm assuming I love you, idiot. Bree, why don't I believe you? Phil, I'm sick of trying to make you believe me. That's why we're saying goodbye. Bree, no, it's because all the reasons I made before. Phil, that's your reasons. I have my own. Bree, that's the... What is it? What's it? I don't know what this says. Phil, you're bipolar. You can tell me 1 week that you're okay with waiting for me. No, she's 15, you retard. Then the next week you aren't. You still consistently call me a liar, even though I haven't lied to you in over a year. I profess my love for you, and you dismiss it like yesterday, I'm assuming. Phil, not the way I want to. Bree, leave her. Phil, I never felt this way about you before. I want to have a life with you, but I can't, and it's killing me. Bree, what do you mean before? Phil, I can't, Bree. I can't. I want to, but I can't. And I think you're right. We need to walk away from each other until I do. It's going to rip me apart emotionally, but I can't keep hurting you. Bree, I don't know what I want to do. Phil, until recently, well, I think that's what I want to do. Bree, yeah, I don't fucking know. This is so hard for me. The only reason I think he's trying to leave is he thinks that he can control her emotionally. And what happens is when he does this, she's going to go, no, don't leave. I can make it work. Phil, I'm so fucking sorry. Bree, no, you aren't. Phil, Yes, I am. I hate myself for thinking you'd be okay with this situation. I should have just waited and never texted you back that night. I'm sorry for making you fall in love with me, and I'm sorry for that, for not being able to leave her. This is killing me more than you'll ever know. Bree, I don't fucking know, Phil. I really don't. I love you so much, but I just can't do this anymore. Phil, neither can I. After tonight, I won't call or text you anymore. Oh, it's 100 bits. Thank you very much. Some Dreamweaver. Thank you for that. It says Phil been creeping. That's right. Neither can I. After tonight, I won't call or text you anymore if you want to contact me again. If you want to contact me again. If not, I'll be in touch when Dory is gone. Bree, you'll never leave her. Phil, it'll take time, but I will. And when I do, you'll never hear the end of it because I'll remind you that I did for the rest of your life. Yeah, he did. It was like last year after he got outed for this again. Phil, can I see you at 8 for like 15 minutes? So he said, I'll never talk to you again, ever again, until she's gone and we can be in a real relationship. Can I see you tonight at 8 for like 15 minutes? Bree says impossible. Phil, I just can't take seeing you upset like this. You made me believe this wouldn't happen again, but it's happening. We need to say goodbye. I just can't take seeing you. Oh, that's twice. Bree. But you can leave her and you won't. Phil. That too. I tell you I can leave, but it'll cost me $500,000 and you dismiss it like it's no big deal. Bree, because it's not true. Phil, like fuck my life and future as long as you're okay, right? There again, calling me a liar when I'm not lying. Bree, well, how do I know? Phil, these are my reasons, but the number one reason is because it's crushing me that I'm hurting you. I can't hurt someone I care this much about, so it has to be goodbye, I guess. Bree, well, yeah, you really are hurting me. Phil, exactly. Bree, fuck. I don't know. I'm sorry, I thought I said FCK. It's I don't know. Phil, I wouldn't have started talking to you if I knew that would happen. That's why I told you I was marrying her and kids and I love her, blah, blah, blah.
Bree, I'm drunk. Laugh out loud.
Then just a bunch of periods or lines or something. Phil says, phone died. Bree, it's okay. Phil, maybe yours did too. Phil, oh, okay. Bree, no, Phil. Okay, Phil, doesn't take you long apparently. Phil, I'm going out tonight right now actually. I haven't been drunk in over a year and I need to be because of you. I'm not driving and not taking my phone and Dory isn't coming either. Text me tomorrow from work if you want to see me. If you don't, I'll, and it just doesn't say, that's probably the one where he said I'll block your number or whatever. Then he says, answer me. Bree says, where are you going? Phil says, I don't give a fuck as long as they have hard liquor. Liqueur. 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 A heavy drinker he is. Liqueur. I'll be happy. I'm not driving and I don't know. Bree says, you're going by yourself? He says, no. Laugh out loud. My friends. Bree says, what friends? Laugh out loud. This motherfucker never had any friends. Never.
Bree says, what friends? Phil says, shut up.
Bree says, you don't talk to anyone. Phil says, kids from baseball that I haven't seen in a while. He's going out drinking with a bunch of kids from the baseball team. Bree says, does ugly Dory know? Phil says, yes. Bree says, ooh. Phil says, my phone is staying home. Don't do anything retarded, Bree. Phil says, you're definitely going out with Dory, and you just don't want me to text you. Why would he leave his phone at home? That's fucking, especially when he's cheating on his wife. That's a lie. Phil says, what time do you work? Bree says 2:30 to 3 or 2:30-3. Phil says 2:30 or 3. Once again, I'm a liar. Sigh. Good night. Bree says, you always used to pull that shit. Phil says, yeah, well, I changed. Shock. Bree says, yeah. Phil says, people change for people they fall in love with. This is so slimy. Like, I feel dirty.
I feel so fucking dirty.
Bree says, yeah, but you won't leave her. Phil says, not anytime soon, but I will. Corey is here. I gotta go. I love you, Bree. Bree says, love you too. He sends a heart. Bree says, call me. Bree says, leave. He says, left. Hewell. HEWWWWLLL. Then she says the same thing back. He'll, and he says, laugh out loud. Bree says, we just pulled off having sex in my grandparents' house with my dad down the street. Who, HEWWW. We just pulled off having sex in my grandparents' house with my dad down the street. That's what Bree said. Phil says, love it. Bree says, and you fixed everything? Phil says, I think so. Bree says, as long as you locked the door. Phil says, yep, the handle is locked. Phil says, so am I like the boy you use for sex and hate every other day of the week now? Phil says, so am I like the boy you use for sex and hate every other day of the week now? Bree says, Phil, I love you so much. Trust me. Sarah Fetch is out. Waitress is our waitress. Hugh. I don't know what this HEEWWWW is. Phil says, she's hot. Text me after. Bree says, dear Philip, bye. He says, laugh out loud, heart. Bree says, if you didn't have to leave and I didn't have to go with my dad, we could have stayed there longer. My mom's at David's watching a movie. Phil says, I didn't even come. I would have stayed a lot longer. Phil says, so she said we could have stayed at my grandpa's longer. He says, I didn't even come. I would have stayed a lot longer. And then he says, today was one of the rare days I would have been able to get away with it. Rare, because he said rate the first time. Bree says, I love having sex with you. Phil says, I wanted you so bad because of the last few days. Bree says, me too. Fuck, I could have sex with you all day. Phil says, we should have stayed. Bree says, I thought you had to go. Phil says, I would have stayed. Bree says, I didn't know that. By the way, I pulled my hip out. That never happened before. Like, whatever way we had sex hurt my hip. Phil says, not for the night, but another hour or so. I hate fighting with you, and having sex with you takes all that bottled frustration away for me. Bree says, same here. Phil says, did I do something wrong? Bree says, what do you mean? Phil says, to hurt your hip. I was sort of moving you. Was it my fault? Bree says, no, we always have crazy sex. I just don't know what I did. Phil says, you mean so much to me, Bree, I can't even explain it. Bree says, do you really mean that? Phil says, I really do. Bree says, phone dying. Phil says, text me when you get home. Heart, I love you. This motherfucker's clingy as hell. He says, I love you ever. She never says it, except in response.
This is crazy.
Phil says, I know your phone is probably dead and you won't answer, but I wanted to text you anyways. I know you're probably having trouble believing me when I tell you that I love you or have feelings for you or any kind of words like that. I know you think that. She says, I love you. Phil says, I love you. She says, Phil. He says, hi, Bree. Bree says, we had sex today. Phil says, you wanted that really bad, didn't you? Bree says, yeah. Phil says, I was nowhere near finished either. Bree says, me either at all. Phil says, I just told you yes. So typically, when a guy says, I wasn't even close to finishing, what you want to hear is, oh, really? I finished like 10 times. That's what you want to hear. Ask Mariah. That's what you want to hear. Another 100 bits for my neck trauma, neck and trauma. Thank you very much. You don't want to, as a dude, say, I didn't even finish. And she's like, I didn't either.
Fucking retards.
I didn't finish. I didn't either. Oh, I just told you yesterday we needed to stop having sex too. That was from Phil. Bree says, whoops. Phil says, are you home? Bree says, moms. Phil says, without me. Bree says, with Becca, and she was just saying on that, she was just laying on that bed. Ew. I'm going to start saying ew. It actually starts with an H, but I'm going to start saying ew. That's the only word I know like that. Phil says, tell her. Bree says, tell her we fucked on that bed yesterday. Bree says, she'd shit. Phil says, no, never mind. Did I just say that? Does she hate me now? Bree says, I would never tell her. Who are we talking about? Becca? She says, I would never tell her. Be right back. Don't text back for a second. Sorry, she had my phone. Phil said, yikes. She says, Bree says, make them leave. Bree says, make them leave. I want cigs. Phil says, can't. I'm sorry. They won't go away. Are you okay? Bree says, ha, 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 ha. Oh, my God. The car got stuck pulling back in the driveway. We had to push it. Ha, 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 ha. Phil says, rolling on the floor laughing. I'm so sorry that we're discussing that. I'm so sorry, but we were discussing stuff. I'll tell you next time I talk to you. Good thing you didn't come in. Thank you. Oh, so she must have shown up. Bree says, you were discussing Steph? And then she corrects it to stuff. Phil says, yeah, about you, but not specifically you. They both know I'm cheating on Dory. They both know I'm cheating on Dory, just not with you. Bree says, how do they know? Phil says, I told them. My uncle is cheating on his wife too. We cover for each other and give advice, etc. We're a family of scumbags, I guess.
The truest thing that Phil's ever fucking said. We're a family of scumbags. This is his uncle and dad, I believe.
Bree says, laugh out, LMAO, Pete and your uncle both know you're cheating. Oh, no, Pete. Somebody named Pete. Pete and your uncle both know you're cheating? Phil says, they know Dory is nuts, and my uncle's wife has been cheating on him for a year now. I helped him catch her. We all trust each other quite a bit. Yeah, but not with you. I can't tell them that yet. They knew last year, too. I just kept that from you. No more lying now, though. I love you. Bree says, they definitely know it's me, haha. Phil says, nah, they definitely don't. I led them down a different path. Again, his secret agent bullshit coming out early. Bree says, what'd you say? Phil says, they think it's a different girl, which is fine with me. Bree says, it's probably a different girl, too. Phil says, no, don't be crazy. It's bad enough it's bad enough I have Dory and can't stop thinking of you. Bree says, oh, you have Dory. Troll at him. Phil says, that was meant to say I have Dory to worry about. Clip. Oh, shit. I have Dory to worry about. Can I call you for a few? I'm going home in like half an hour. Bree says, I'm with Becca. Phil says, is that a no? You work tomorrow? Bree says, no. Phil says, K. Bree says, Phil says, what? Bree says, I don't know. Phil says, can you come get cigarettes now if you hurry? So he was buying her cigarettes. Probably for fucking flaccid blowjobs. Bree says, we're at my house. Okay.
Wilbert, this is Ramesh. I have many questions, and
Oh, no.
I am hoping that Dory is listening in right now.
I would say that Dory probably knows this, honestly. I don't know why she stuck around, but it was like she wasn't ready for another round of crazy embarrassment, not only with the girl being brought back up, but now this crazy QAnon stuff. I think she just didn't want another round of her entire family being embarrassed. Whatever, she still gets half. Thank you very much, Ramesh. So basically it says, you can come for your cigarettes now. She says, we're in my house. He says, oh, okay. She says, well, I would, but I can't. We already got digs. So I'm pretty sure she meant cigs. Phil says, okay. Or Phil says, play. Then he corrects it and says, okay. Bree says, play. Phil says, fuck autocorrect. Bree says, fuck you. Phil says, you did, smiley face. Bree says, I know, like 4 hours ago. Phil says, wish you didn't having to leave. You're stupid, Dad. Wish you. Because I guess, no, he said wish you the first time. Bree says, you're stupid. Phil says, you love me. Bree says, kinda. Phil says, psh. Bree, Becca and my mom are bashing you, rolling on the floor laughing. Phil, you'd be fucked if I were going home to you tonight. I'll save it for next time, I guess. You'd be fucked if I were going home to you tonight. I'll save it for next time, I guess. Bashing me? Why? Bree, I'm just playing along with it, covering my tracks. Phil, perfect opportunity. Start asking her if she'd ever let me date you. Etc., etc., etc. Bree, no. Phil, why? Bree, not now, Lamal. Phil, if I were single, etc., etc., etc. Bree, no, laugh out loud. Phil, pussy. Bree, you're dumb. Phil, you're just afraid she'll get suspicious. She won't if you say things the right way. He's trying to get her to break the news to her mom. As a 25-year-old man dating a 15-year-old, break this to your mom. You're sharing Project Veritas tweets in my chat, and he's in my chat. You're just afraid she'll get suspicious. She won't if you ask her things the right way. Bree, not asking. Phil, fine. I'll text you around noon. Bree, okay. Phil, love you, Bree. Bree, okay. Love you, Bree. Okay. She shares a slant face. He shares a frowny face. Phil says, good night. Bree, I don't like you going home to her, so I don't know. Not. Phil, wake up. Wake up, you tall, giant weirdo. Bree, hi. Answer me, you stupid, lanky piece of shit. I agree. Phil, hi. Sorry, I'm at the office printing shit. Bree, it's okay. What are you doing? Phil, I have an open house in music at 12, just getting stuff ready. Bree, I want to see you, sigh. Phil, come to my open house. Bree, can I come with you and hide? Phil, laugh out loud. Normally, yes, definitely, but the owners are going to be there for this one. Bree, no, that's stupid. Phil, I miss you. Bree, I miss you too. My feelings for you are different this time around too. Not that I didn't love you then. It's just different now, and I can't explain it. Phil, I know, I can tell, and I know exactly what you mean. Bree, you can tell? Phil, yeah, I think so. Bree, how about Dory followed my friends everywhere yesterday? She went into Marvelous Mugs, where Clara works, then went into Turkey Hill, where Amanda works. Phil, strange. I can't wait to talk to you. Can I call you in like 10 minutes? Bree, yeah, laugh out loud. I don't care. Phil, K. Bree, I want to see your big stupid face. Slant smiley face from Phil. Bree, and then sniff you. Phil, weirdo. Bree, no, I want to kiss you all over the place. Hi, I really don't know where to start. Wait, don't answer to that yet. Phil says K. Bree says, so yeah, I don't know where to start at all, actually. You literally drive me crazy. Loving you is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in a really long time. When I kiss you, I literally melt into you, and it feels like nothing else matters. Phil, have you ever felt that before? Bree, it's just so hard feeling that way, the way I do about you, because I'm seriously so in love with you, and it makes me sick to my stomach. Phil, have you ever felt that before? Bree, and I hate loving you like I do. I absolutely hate it. And that's why I'm so iffy about us talking, because literally knowing you go home to another girl and fall asleep in her arms makes me never want to talk to you again. And no, not really. Phil, well, I haven't either. And I always thought I was in love a few times in the past. But this thing that me and you have is totally different. I can really honestly say that I've never felt it before. I know what you mean about Dory, and that sucks for me too, because I wish that was you I could go home to. There is going to be a day when I'm away from her, and I'm cool with putting everything on hold for us. For now, until that finally happens, but that... And then Bree says, see, like even thinking about you falling asleep with her like that is making me second guess everything right now. I don't know. I can't do this right now. Text me later. Phil says, okay. Bree, I'm so fucking furious right now. I definitely can't do this. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm like sick. I'm so fucking pissed off right now. Like I could throw up if I wanted to. Phil, you're such a reet. Text me later when you cool down. Reet. Then he shares a link. I wonder if I can look this up. Hold on. Sorry, I'm looking up something. Yeah, no, it seems like the website's down. It's from heptune.com/poop.html photo 20% gallery. Then he shares a bunch of smiley faces. She says, you're so gross, like that's disgusting. Phil says, ha ha ha, you actually clicked on it, rolling for laughing. I want to have your babies. Phil said, I want to have your babies. She says, that was so gross, like I'd rather kill a baby golden retriever than look at that ever again. Phil, what do you do when you shit at your house? Immediately flush the toilet, almost vomit, and run away? Ha ha, you definitely do. I can't wait to live with you. I'm going to constantly be amused. Oh, so now you lied to me? Sweet. Bree, did you see that puppy? If someone handed me $10 million in cash and was like, kill that puppy, I wouldn't even have to think twice. I'd hug the puppy and let them keep the money. Phil, I'd kill it immediately for $10 million, and so would you. And if you wouldn't, I'd kill you and then the puppy. Of course Phil would. Bree, you're sick and twisted. If you saw that puppy smiling at you, you wouldn't kill it or hurt it. Phil, for $10 million, fuck you, I'd crush its skull. Bree, no you wouldn't. I could have never ever hurt an animal if I wanted to. Phil, to be a nice guy, I donate $1 million to the SPCA, but the other $9 million is mine. Bree, if you ever hurt an animal, I would never talk to you again. I look down more on animal abusers than I do rapists who molest 4-year-old girls. Phil, I want your tongue in my mouth. Well, that's an icebreaker, huh? She just started talking about rapists who molest 4-year-old girls, and he responds, I want your tongue in my mouth. Bree, I want a puppy. Phil, what kind? Bree, I'm sorry. Phil, can I call you? Bree, sure. Stupid. Phil, almost done. Sorry. Bree, okay. Did you get my pictures? Phil, no. Brie, stop looking all hot for the potheads, though. Phil says, stop looking all hot for the potheads, though. Brie, I always look hot. Phil, K. Brie, but I'm all yours except not really. Phil, you'll always be mine regardless of any circumstances. Brie, and you'll always be mine no matter what. Phil, smiley faces. Brie, weed is too expensive. Phil, I really hate you. Brie, it's okay. I want your penis in me. Phil, again? Jesus, nympho. Brie, we just had sex yesterday, and it feels like forever. Phil, the only way we'd ever be sexually satisfied is if we did it like 4 to 5 times a day. Brie says, or more. We've seen that one before. Brie, I never get bored having sex with you. Like there's those certain people you just get bored with. But every time we have sex, it gets better and better. I am so fucking attracted to you. Phil, that's the weed talking. Brie, we didn't even roll it yet. Idiot fuck. Phil, I love you. Brie, I love you too. Phil, whore, Dory is here for a Hogel. Don't stop in. A hoagie, don't stop in. Oh, this is when he was at Subway. Dory is here for a hoagie. Don't stop in. Brie, why would I stop in? Phil, because you love me and you have before. Brie, well, I wouldn't stop in like right now, laugh out loud. Phil, okay. Brie, that would be a fight from hell. Phil, I know. Brie, I'd love to hit her. Phil says someday. This is one of those crazy relationships where they plot to kill Dory, right? Right? I'd love to hit her someday. Someday, my little sexy vixen. Brie, laugh out loud. Phil, and you better knock her out. Brie, you told me once she was really strong and she could kick my ass. Phil, she is strong, but you're too much bigger than her. You'd wallop her like a troll doll. Brie, Lamau, I like a troll doll. Still didn't smoke yet. Phil, don't, please. Brie, no, laugh out loud. Phil, whatever. Brie, ooh, again. Phil, you'd stop smoking if I ever dated you. Fact. Brie, if you left Dory, I'd never smoke again in my life. Phil, damn right you won't. Brie, if you left her, damn right I would. Phil, if we ever dated, you'll never smoke again. Brie, okay. Brie, that's fine. Phil, what kind of puppy? Brie, will you really get me a puppy? Phil, I don't know, maybe. Brie, why maybe? Phil, I'm scared to buy you things since the earrings. Oh, the earrings you didn't purchase, Phil? The earrings you didn't buy? Yeah, it's killing my neck, to be honest with you. I wish I could rotate it. I could download it and rotate it, but fuck, I'm too deep now. Brie, yeah, I'll show everyone the puppy receipt, you fucking idiot. If you're afraid to buy me things, then you shouldn't talk to me altogether. Phil, oh, I knew mean Brie would come back today. I'm talking about your mom, you fucking idiot. Brie, I could say I bought it. I don't know. I could say I got it from the spa. Then she said she meant SPCA. Phil, I asked what kind of puppy. Brie, I don't know yet. Phil, let me know. Brie, they have really cute ones at Pet Palace by Villemont Mall. Phil, but if I buy you a puppy, you'll constantly be reminded of me. That okay with you? Brie, I'm constantly reminded of you all day, every day, even when we weren't talking. Phil, what? How? Brie, I don't know, everything. Phil, K. Brie, he's got the worst game. Like, I know I shouldn't, like, fucking root for him because he's a goddamn 15-year-old, but, like, he's got the worst fucking... he's bad at this, too, is the problem. Brie, want to go to Pet Palace tonight? I do. Phil, can't tonight, but during the week we can. Brie, You said you can see me tonight anyways. Phil, yeah, but I don't have hours, just minutes to kiss you. We'll go on a date this week, puppy hunting. Bree, oh my God, you really buy me a puppy? Phil, I didn't say that, but I'll think about it. Bree, if I find a puppy and fall in love, you'll get me it. Phil, I'll make you sign a paper that says it's mine so I can hold it hostage when we're fighting. And then he shares a heart after that. Bree, I'll never give you my puppy. Phil, that's what the registration will say. Bree, can we name it Phil? Oh, I'm sorry. Phil says, can we name it Phil? Bree, no. Phil, Linda will love that. Now, Linda's the mom, for sure. Linda will love that, laugh out loud. I hate when you know me. Makes me feel so fucking, no with the question mark, he says. Makes me feel so fucking stupid. Bree, Lamal, no question mark. Phil, fuck off. Bree, no question mark. Phil, you're a fucking stoned pothead. Leave me alone. Bree, we're sparking it now. Give me 20 minutes and I'll be retarded. Phil, great. Bree, if my phone dies, I'm sorry. Phil, K. Bree, you're sexy as fuck. Phil, you're stoned. Bree, soon I will be. Phil, need to talk to you later. Nothing bad, but I need to talk. Bree, what's it about? Phil, something only a few people know about me. I'd rather tell you in person. Bree, just tell me. Phil, no, I'll see you at 7:30. Bree, I don't know. I'll try. Please tell me what it's about. Phil, nope. Bree, well, what does it have to do with? Phil, a traumatic event in my life. Bree, with your dad? Phil, no. I'll tell you later, I said. Did you hear something about my dad? Hi. Bree, hey you. Phil, hey. Bree, what you doing, cutie? Phil, I'll call you after the gold medal game. I can't take my eyes off the screen. Bree, what gold medal game? Phil, hockey, USA versus Canada. Bree, I'm fucking watching that right now. Fuck you, Canada. Phil, I fucking hate Canada. Fuck. Bree, laugh out loud. Phil, can't you talk? Bree, I'm sitting right next to Linda. Which is, she calls her mom Linda too. Phil, bah, come on. Text me when I can call. Bree, 30 seconds. Oh my God, Kyle, heart. Phil, Kay, I've decided a no on the puppy. I've decided on no puppy. Bree, roll on the floor, last thing, hey. Phil, heart. Phil, it's cool if you're with someone, Bree. It's only fair. Bree, can't wait to kiss you. Smiley face from Phil. Bree, you are ridiculous. Phil, 7:15 and no later. If you can't make it, it's okay. I'll have some time tomorrow or Tuesday and we'll go on a date. Bree, no, I want to see you tonight. Phil, okay. Bree, really bad. Phil, I don't have long though. Bree, I like how long? Phil, 15, 20 minutes. Bree, what the fuck? Phil, slant smiley face. Bree, no longer? Phil, this is how we got caught last time, Brianna. Remember? Bree, no, shut up, longer. Phil, no longer. Bree, yes. Phil, tomorrow we'll have more time. Or Tuesday, not sure yet. Bree, well, I'm still going to see you tonight. Phil, yes. We can go for a ride. I need to drop off keys and music. Bree, can we go to a house? Smiley face. Phil, roll on the floor laughing. I don't have time to have sex with you. Bree, you can spare a half hour. What are you going to do for the other 28 minutes? Phil, I wish. Bree, yeah, you could. Why not? Phil, because you're practically begging for us to get caught again. Again. Bree, no, I'm not. Phil, nympho. Bree, if we have sex tonight, I'll be the craziest sex we've ever had. Phil, it'll have to be in my car, and that's impossible. And there's no time. Bree, there's time. Phil, not. Bree, I want to lick you all over your body. Phil, not gonna work. Bree, no later than 7:15. Phil, I might be a little later, but not by much. Bree, take your time, laugh out loud. Phil, more quality time with Kyle, Bree, and Shane and Rob. He's jealous of these other guys she's hanging out with, I guess. Phil, oh, blowjob party. What the fuck? This dude's fucking psycho. And you're the whore. Nice. I went to one of those once. Sure you did. Bree says, you probably did, you filthy pig. Phil, make sure you swallow it all. Bree, I can't stop thinking about how your face smells. Phil, oh my God, you're so weird. Bree, you better be extra greasy tonight. Phil, of course. Bree, I'll be at Gabby's in like 7 minutes. Phil, 10 minutes. Bree, okay. Phil, are you going to Abby's or waiting outside? Bree, are you retarded? Her name's Gabby. Phil, roll on the floor laughing K. Bree, you're retarded, no? I'll be a couple of minutes. Phil, I'm there in 2 minutes. Bree, okay, I'm hurrying. Phil, if you're not there, I'm leaving. He's afraid he's going to get Chris Hansen. Bree, please don't leave. I'll be so pissed. I'll be there as fast as possible. Rob Kuhn is an inconsiderate asshole. Phil, I'll be there as fast. 7:30, I'm out of here. I won't ever talk to you again if you leave. Phil, I don't have fucking time, and I told you that. I'm here now, but I will 100% leave at 7:30 if you aren't here. What time is it? It's so she's got like 5 minutes. Bree, okay, we just left Garrity's. We're almost there. I'm just getting all the red lights. Gabby isn't even home, so please don't leave me there with a dead phone and no one to take me home. Phil, Gabby isn't even, and then he says a home emote. She's home. I can see her light on. You've got 2 minutes. Bree, it doesn't mean she's there, asshole. Other people live in her house, and okay, I'm by Osmolia's, coming up Music Road. Phil, I'll be up the road at the next street or the corner. Bree, okay, I'm like at Gabby's almost. I'm going to pretend to walk in her backyard. Phil, I'll come get you once G pulls away. Once he pulls away. Oh, yeah, he corrected the he. Bree, here. Phil says, I wanted you so bad. Bree says, I want to have crazy, wild, naked, ridiculously loud, sweaty sex with you. Phil, I like when you're loud. Bree, I like when you're in me. Phil, if you weren't 20 minutes late, we could have. Bree, wasn't 20 minutes late, and how, in your car? Phil, I had it figured out, I think. Bree, and how were we going to do this? Phil, back seat, passenger seat, all the way forward. It'll be awkward, but possible. Bree, I'll ride you for like an hour. Phil, next time we need a bed very soon. Yesterday was like a fucking tease. Bree, mom's house tomorrow. Phil, really? Kay, I'll app text you in the morning and we'll figure it out. I love you, Bree, a real lot. So they must be having sex at her grandparents' house. My mom's going to be teaching. No way she could ever come up. My mom's and check even if she was suspicious. I love you too so much, Phil. How do I get Tom to kind of leave me alone? Phil, can't talk now. I'll call you a little later. Love you. Kay, Phil, I'm sorry. I'm just scrambling. Bree, it's Kay. Phil, call me. Bree can't. Phil, why? Bree, cause. Phil, okay. Care to elaborate? Bree, no, laugh out loud. Phil, what the fuck? Whatever, I'll text you tomorrow then. Bree, rolling on the floor laughing. Chill out, you fucking maniac. I'm with my dad, you crazy fuck. Phil, or you could just have said that without firing me up, asshole. Bree, even if I was with a guy, you have no room to talk at all whatsoever. I should be able to be with all the guys I want. You're married. Phil says, I agree. It's almost like he wants to keep fucking her, but not so attached that she keeps doing this crazy door. Like he just wants a side fucking 15-year-old, right?
So if she's fucking other guys, he doesn't really care because he's just interested in fucking a 15-year-old. He doesn't want a relationship with a 15-year-old.
Phil, I just wanted to talk because I can't come. I don't have much time today. Crazy busy with the shit, but it's okay. I'll text you tomorrow. Bree, okay, so don't freak out when I say I can't call you. Phil, and you're not with your dad? I just say you love you. I just saw you. Love you. Bree, you didn't just see me. You're crazy, you crazy fuck. Phil, love you. Talk to you later. Bree, no, don't text me EWE again. Oh, ever again. Phil, okay then. What the fuck is your problem? I can't take this, Bree. You loved me 3 hours ago and now you tell me leave you alone? What's going on here? Bree, cause you're being like an asshole. Phil, so are you. You couldn't have just said you were with your dad? Bree, you are. Oh, he put with you were with your dad, then she put you are and a heart. I don't know. Phil, I can't talk to you then when are you home? Bree, soon. Phil, smiley face. Can we go to the Pet Palace tomorrow? Bree, really? Phil, maybe you stop ignoring me. Bree, maybe if you stop ignoring me is what he said. Bree says, you ignored me all day. Phil says, you were in school. What? It's so disgusting. Phil says, bye. Bree says, laugh out loud. Phil says, I don't have time for your games today. I wanted to make plans with you tomorrow before I scheduled something tonight, but you're obviously way too busy for me right now. I'm going with a client now, then home, so I'll just talk to you whenever. Good night. I love you. Bree, okay, well, I'll go tomorrow. Phil, we'll see. Good night. Bree, question mark. Phil, I'm not sure. I just don't know. I don't like that some days you treat me like I'm a piece of annoying garbage that's either going to change real soon or this is over. Plain and simple. I just wanted to talk to you all day and fuck you. Sorry for loving you and being excited to hear your voice. Fuck you. I just wanted to talk to you all day and you've done nothing but dismiss me for over an hour now. Like, fuck you. Sorry for loving you and being excited to hear your voice. Fuck you. Bree, don't be an asshole to me. You go home and sleep with another girl and tell another girl you love her. SP, fuck you. Phil, fine then. I'll leave you alone, Bree, since that's obviously what you want. Just fucking goodbye. I knew this was a mistake. Goodbye. Bree, and don't try and guilt trip me and make me feel bad. Bree, and you're going to dismiss me later, and you're going to be dismissing me later and not be able to talk to me because you're with another girl. No, fuck you. And your go L emoji. Phil, and you're going to be dismissing me later and not be able to talk to me because you're with another girl. I guess he sent that text message to her. Bree responds, cut it out. Call me later. Phil, no fucking way I'm calling you. I canceled the fucking showing to talk to you today. Oh, wait, sorry. I don't want to guilt trip you. I don't think this is going to work, Bree. I just don't think it is. Bree, I'm with my fucking father, Phil. You need to chill the fuck out. Stop being a douchebag. Everybody know he was a douchebag. Text me tomorrow when you cool down. I love you. Phil, K, love you too. Bree, some emote and an HL heart, something. Phil, hi, beautiful. Bree, you smell like cardboard and I love you so much. Phil, I love you. We're going on a date tomorrow. Bree, where? Phil, puppy hunting. Maybe somewhere to eat. Movie, maybe. Unless you want to have sex instead. I don't think we'll have time for both.
Bree, Lamau, I always want to have sex with you,
but I have my period. So let's go to Pet Palace and then go out to eat. Phil, okay. Not Pet Palace. That's too local. I know a better place anyways. Bree, you know a better place around here to go looking for puppies? Phil, yes. Bree, where? Phil, it's a secret. Bree, no, tell me. Phil, Pet Wonderland. Bree, I bet you just made that up, you fucking weirdo. Phil, oh really, Kay? 3 and no later, you bitch. I'll kill you if you're late again. I'm assuming these are jokes. I don't know.
Bree, doctors, be right back. Phil, okay.
Bree, I want a puppy. Phil, I'm aware. Bree, no, you don't understand. Phil, no, won't be tomorrow, but we'll look. Bree, no shit. I wouldn't be able to anyways. Phil, need to know what your favorite is, then I'll find it. Bree, I'm with Linda now, and she's all like, you are not getting an animal in my house, blah, 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 blah. Like she's on drugs because she was like, yeah, eventually you can get a puppy. I honestly wouldn't care if she died. She's such a stupid human being. Be right back. Phil, once you bring it home, she won't make you get rid of it. Don't worry about Linda. K. Hart. Bree, LMFAO. Phil, question mark. Phil, how's your bump? It's probably just from your head pounding off the headboard. So apparently she has a bruise on her head. He says it's probably from your head pounding off the headboard. Bree, ROFL, I have a story for you. Now I have to be Viewmont's medical. Now I have to go to Viewmont Medical to get a piss tested for marijuana. This is absolutely wonderful. Phil, why? Because of a bump on your head? Bree, they think I'm anemic or however the fuck you spell it. So my doctor goes, I asked your mother on the phone earlier if she thought you were on drugs, and she said she wasn't sure. Like, are you fucking kidding me? My mom thinks I'm on drugs. You are. What's wrong with that? I don't know how many pages of these there are, but damn, I can't stop. So now she's like, well, if you aren't doing anything wrong, then I want you to get a urine test. I'm going to shit in the cup and give it to them. Phil, well, you are. Bree, I don't fucking inject myself with heroin or have a meth lab in my closet. I smoke a plant once in a while. My fucking God. Phil, true. Your mom is fucked up. Bree, like Phil,
Incoming
she was.
dono clip.
Oh shit! Like Phil, she was sitting in the room with me and the doctor, and I look at her and go, "Mom, like, you seriously think I'm on drugs?" And she's like, "Well, Bree, I'm not too sure." Phil, what an asshole. Bree, she's like, well, when someone is on drugs, their behavior changes, and you've been saying how you feel different. So are you experimenting with cocaine maybe? I looked at her and mouth fuck you. She's all like, well, when someone is on, oh, that's a repeat. Phil says, maybe your mom is really a dick, like you've been saying. Bree, I told you, Phil, she makes me like this. She makes my life a living hell, and then you go stick up for her, and you're all like, poor Linda. Yeah, because you're a teenager. Every teenager hates their fucking parents.
So make it go. I'll play it if I can find it.
Bree, fuck you. Phildo, fuck you. Bree, fuck you. Phildo, fuck you. Bree, fuck you. Phildo, fuck you.
Is that what you got from this so far? It's pretty close, pretty accurate. Phil, not anymore. I don't take up for her anymore. Bree, sorry, I actually can't call you later. I have to experiment in my fucking meth lab in my shed after this appointment. Then I have to go rubber band shopping so I can put it on my upper arm when I inject my heroin. Phil says, laugh out loud. Bree, now she's sitting here in the car going, you aren't going to do drugs anymore, are you? I'm going to stab her in the neck with the pin in my purse. Now, Phil says, I love you. She says, she's so fucking fat too. Nice chins, Linda. I'll stop smoking weed when you lose some weight, you fat cunt. How about that one? Phil says, I'll W. Showings now. Text you later. Bree says, oh my God. Phil says, in between showings, but with a client, love you and hope you're okay. Bree, I love you too. Phil, phone is dying. Can I talk to you later? I'll try to call you before it dies if you can talk. Might not be till around 9 or 10. I'm on appointments till then. Bree, yeah, that's fine. Phil, are you okay? Bree, yeah, that's fine. Rolling on the floor laughing. Whoops. Bree, or Phil, idiot. Bree, yes, I'm with Amanda. Phil, are you okay? Oh, okay, I'll call you later. Bree, yeah, me and Amanda are going out to eat. Phil, Kay, Bree, excuse me. He said, Kay, I love you. And then, excuse me. Hey, I told you that my phone is dying. I had no car charger today, and I had to wait for it to charge once I got home. I really cannot wait to see you tomorrow. Bree, you can't call me? Never mind. Phil, I love you, Bree. I'll be up early tomorrow. I'll text you. Okay. Bree says, okay. Bree says, Drew's nickname for me is Troll. Is he fucking serious? Phil, you're allowed to text on here? Bree, for 10 more minutes. Phil, ROFL, rolling the floor laughing. Fuck Drew. Bree, who cares? He's a jealous douchebag who can't handle the fact that he lost you. Just let it go. So it must be her ex-boyfriend or something. You should tell him you're talking to me again. That would rock his world. Bree, I would do everything in my power to kill him. I thought about it. Phil says, no doubt. I'll text you in a few. Have to get dressed and leave. Bree, Kay, use the text app. I might not be able to text back really fast, though. Phil, okay, sexy. Bree says, you're hot. Phil says, liar. Bree says, hurry up, fool. Phil, leaving in a few minutes. Bree, hurry, I'm flirting with Will. He sends 2 periods. Bree, by the post office. I'm sorry, Phil. By the post office, Bree. Kay, walking down now. I love you, Bree. I love you, Phil. Phil says, I already am dying to see you again. Bree says, someone's in love with me. Phil says, I wish you knew. Bree says, really that much? Phil says, yeah, really that much. Please don't ever stop talking to me. Bree says, please don't marry the girl you sleep in a bed with and buy cars for. Phil says, I'm marrying you. Bree says, no, you aren't. Phil says, you won't marry me? Yeah, you will. Bree says, I'd marry you. Phil says, good, because you're going to. I need to go jerk off before bitch face gets home. I'll text you later. I need to go jerk off before bitch face gets home. Bree says, are you serious, Lamau? Phil says, yes. I was just with you and we didn't have sex. I can't handle it. Bree says, that's so funny. Time to use my back massager. Phil says, laugh out loud. I'll text you later. Bree says, bye. Phil says, just wanted to say I love you and now I'm watching Idol, so leave me alone. Bree says, I love you, Phil. Phil says, I hate not having you here with me. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Soon, I love you again. God, there's so many messages. Are you, Phil, and you're beautiful and I can't get enough of you. Okay, bye. Bree, why bye? Phil, Idol is on and I'm addicted. Bree, he's addicted to American Idol. What a fucking goddamn. What a pussy motherfucker. Bree, where's Crazy? Phil, upstairs on the phone, I think. I am you. Bree, I miss you too. Oh, I miss you. Bree, I miss you too. I want to be with you every second of every day. Phil, me too. I'll text you later. You drive me crazy, Bree. My mind is ready to explode. I can't stop fucking thinking about you. I'm going to sleep in a few. It'll go away. I miss you and love you more than you can even imagine. I'll text you when I wake up. Bree, I love you too, Phil. Hey, you stupid retard. Phil says, coming now. Bree says, okay, how long do you have? Phil, till 4-ish. I'm here. ... Hold on. Bree says, hold on. I'm walking sound now, you damn fool. Phil, I'll call you after the weekend. I've got a lot to think about. I love you. Bree, no, like honestly, fuck you. I can't fucking take you going home and fucking another girl every night and telling another girl you love her, then doing the same thing with me. You're a dirty fucking lying piece of shit. You're incapable of loving someone. All you know how to do is lie and cheat and use people for sex. I agree. And money. I'm so stupid for believing you, but apparently there's all these sot things you and your wife do. Cute things you and your wife do. Phil says, thanks, Bree. Thanks a lot. I love you. Bree, no, you fucking don't, Phil. You love Dory. You love having sex with me. Ooh, that's going to hurt in court. No, you don't. You love Dory. You love having sex with me. You're such a fucking scumbag. I hate you so much. Phil, well, I love you and that won't change. Bree, you don't fucking love me, Phil. If you love me, you'd try and make me happy and leave her. And you told me how you're so honest with me and shit. But then you fucking tell me how apparently you and Dory just have all these cute moments around the house. But when I ask you say you fucking won't tell me. You're such a liar. And you don't deserve anyone. Phil, like 5 minutes. Bree, I'm not talking to you on the phone anymore. Phil, yes you are. Bree, why are you being nice? Phil, because I love you, retard. Bree, so help me God, never ever fucking tell me that me and Tom's situation is the same as you and Dory's. I better never hear that come out of your mouth again. Don't try and make me look just as shitty as you. Phil, I'll call you in a few. Bree, Phil, I'm in the car with Beth and her fucking mother on our way to the shops. I'm not talking to you on the phone. Phil, please. Bree, yeah, so Beth and her mom can hear our conversation. What are you, retarded? Phil, will you be at the shop soon? Can I call you? Can I come see you? For like 5 minutes? Bree, I'm with Beth and her mom. Phil, sneak away for 5 minutes. Bree, I can't just see you for 5 minutes. She's running in and out of a store to get a baby book. We aren't staying up there long. Phil, I only have till 8:15. Next appointment is at 6:30. I only have till 6:15. Next appointment is 6:30. I love you. Bree, I don't know, Phil. I really don't. Phil, well, I do, and I'm sorry. This was all my fault, and I shouldn't have reacted how I did. I'm very sorry. I love you. Bree, like you have the fucking nerve to compare me and Tom to you and her. You're retarded. Phil, it just hurts me, that's all, but I deserve that until I leave her. I need you, Bree. I can't not have you in my life. Please accept my apology and see me right now. Bree, Phil, I can't see you. Phil, why? Bree, because I'm with Beth and her mom. Like, are you fucking retarded? Phil, yes, I am. And I'm cheating, and I'm a cheating, lying asshole who uses you too. Bree, I know. Phil, you don't mean any of that, right? You're just mad at me, right? You love me. You just hate our situation. Bree, if I didn't love you, I wouldn't care. Phil, but if you don't mean that stuff, do you? Because that really hurts me. Are you just mad? Bree, I don't know. I really don't know, Phil. ... Phil, if you do, I'm wasting my time. Bree, I'm just rethinking everything. You go home to another girl. I don't think I can do this. Jesus Christ. Phil, let's stop then. Whatever you want, Bree. Bree, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm so stupid.
Phil,
If we stop, I'll end up leaving Dory in the future. Then we'll start again. Why not? Bree, you'll never leave her. Phil, sounds logical to me. I guess we'll see. Take the weekend and think about it. I'll text you Monday. ... Bree, I am so fucked up in the head. Phil, want to just think about it for a few days? What do you want me to do? Tell me. Bree, leave Dory. Phil, that won't happen for a while still. At least a year. So decide what you want from me. I need to know. Bree, last time you said that too. Phil, this time I told you that from day one. Can I see you and when? How long? Bree, see me when? Phil, now. Bree, I'm with Beth, Phil. If you can pick me up in the half hour, then fine. If you can pick me up in a half hour, then fine. Phil, half hour where? Beth's. Bree says Beth's. Phil says, are you sure half hour? Bree, yeah, I guess so. How long you gonna have? Phil, not long. Now? Bree, not like right this second. Where are you? Phil says when, smiley face. Bree, 20 minutes. Phil, K. Bree, can I at least spend half an hour with you? Phil, no. Bree says, why? Phil says, cause. Bree says, if I don't get to spend time with you, then forget it. Phil, let me know when you're there, silly. Bree, how much time are you going to have? Phil, enough. Bree, come now. Phil says, coming. And he spells it Cuming. And then he says, hi afterwards. Bree says, you're gay. I had the same reaction, Bree. Good job. Phil says, I'm here. Bree, K. Phil, come on. Bree, I see you. Shut up. I love you so much, Phil. This fucking blows. Phil, I love you so much, Phil. This fucking blows. Phil, I love you and always will for the rest of my life. Bree, no you won't. Phil, yes I will. Bree, when am I ever going to see you again? Phil, depends on how you want to proceed from here, Bree. Bree, I don't know. I'm so fucked up. Phil, well, at least you know either way, I've always loved you. Bree, K. Phil, I'll wait for you to text me next. Until then, I'll stay away. As hard as it'll be for me, I will. Bree, I'll wait for you to text me next. Until then, and she says the same message back. Oh, no, she must have reacted to it. She must have sent an emote to it. That's why I keep seeing those doubles. They're reacting to it. Because, like, on my alert on my phone, it'll say, Mariah reacted to, and it'll send the whole message again.
Because the only difference is an emote box.
Phil, good night, love you. Bree, no text me tomorrow. I love you, Phil, too much. Bree, or I'm sorry, Phil, okay. Bree, emergency. Phil, heart. Bree, just got blood work, ooh. Phil, druggy. Bree, didn't get a piss test, Lena forgot. Time to smoke like 4 blunts. Phil, K. Bree, I haven't smoked in 3 days. Phil, don't go with Justin tonight. Bree, Lamau, he's not who I smoke with. I told him to get back with his girlfriend, and he did. He's a really nice kid, but with girls, he's a fucking pig. Phil, okay, frowny face. Bree, don't go with Dory tonight. Oh, wait, never mind. You live with her. So, yeah, if I wanted to go with Justin, I would. Phil, okay. Bree, just making a point. Phil, I know. I miss you. Bree, I want to see your face. Phil, no. Bree, yes. Phil, nope. Bree, why? Phil, because I love you. Bree, you're pretty. Phil, are you stoned already? I'm with, Bree says I'm with Linda. Phil says Reet. R-E-E-T. Bree, we had to stop like at a consignment shop to drop off old clothes we don't need, and like there was actually a decent, pretty black shirt there, and she bought it for me after we left. We got back into the car, and she goes, "The things I do for you, Brianna." The shirt was like $3. Phil, Linda, maybe she will let me get you a car. Is she broke? Wow. Bree, no. Rolling on the floor laughing. We're not shit poor assholes. She's just in a lot of debt because she legit has a shopping addiction. No lie, all she does is shop for herself, and absolutely no one will get me a car. I really and truly think my mom would let you get me one. And I'd need money for insurance. No one will give me any of that. Bill, that's why you have a job. For the insurance money. That'd be like $50 a month probably. Bree, I have to be able to pay for my own gas. Phil, are you using me for my penis and wallet? And then he corrects that to you are using me for my penis and wallet. Bree, I just laughed hard. Phil, and no, the weed money would pay for your gas. The job pays for your insurance. You know, the weed you're not doing anymore ever again if I get you a car. Bree, I don't pay to smoke. I smoke weed with guys who think I'm hot. That's true. So it's free. When I smoke with my friends, if anything, I'll pay like $5. If you got me a car, I never smoke weed again. Phil, that's going to be the rules. The car will be titled to me, not you. You break the rules, I'll pull the car. Okay, that'll work.
And I'm still not sure I'm doing this yet. I'm leaning towards no. Bree, why?
You were the one who offered and told me you definitely do it and stuff, and now you're saying no? You get someone's hopes up, and then tell them no? That's dick. Phil, I never said I would do it for sure. Don't put words in my mouth, or I definitely won't get you one. What a piece of shit. Bree, not putting words in your mouth. Let's say my mom says absolutely. You still won't? Phil, I'd have to speak with her first, then probably. You're making a huge mistake because I told you she's going to freak out. I'll never see you again, and you won't have a car. Let alone when your dad finds out. Psh. Bree, rolling on the floor laughing. No, that won't happen. I'm Bree. Then she says her last name. I do what I want. Phil says, I won't talk to you if she files a PFA. We're done until you're 18. Not even a conversation. Bree, she wouldn't ever do that, Phil. You don't know my what's a PFA? If she files a fee, she won't do that. You don't know my mom. Phil, she went to the fucking school with earrings and phone records and got me fired. Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with your mom. Bree, laugh out loud. Never mind. Phil, thank you. Bree, but that was last year. If you're going to save my mom money and buy me a vehicle, then she'd probably suck your dick. Phil, I disagree. I think she'll still see me as a 25-year-old that fucked her 15-year-old daughter and lied to her about it. So he's admitting a protection order, protection from abuse. Okay. So he's admitting that when he was busted at the school, he lied about it in these messages as well. And by the way, these messages have his number, the time it was sent, who it was sent to. They're all in fucking order. Remember his private attorney proved this wasn't him? It was her friends that just happened to know his whole schedule, happened to know where he's at, happened to know where Dory was at all times, happened to know what houses he was showing, when he was working, when he wasn't working. Sweet.
Phil then says, you're walking a dangerous line. I disagree. I think she'll still see me as a 25-year-old that fucked her 15-year-old daughter and lied to her. Look, there's no question. He knows everything about he knows it's wrong. He knows it's the ages. He knows he fucking lied about it. He knows that's why he lost his fucking job. He admits to the fucking earrings that he's been denying in court. It's all here. It's all here. The only way that he could do anything is to get all these text messages thrown out, and there's no way he's going to. Brie, Linda is so fucking bipolar. She's like she's like a box of chocolates. Like me. Phil, I'm just telling you that you're risking a whole lot. That's all. Brie, I know. I'm still thinking about it. Phil, I just don't want to lose you, Brie. Brie, me either. Hence me not wanting to tell my mom. I'd rather have you than a car any day. Phil, we'll start filling her out. We'll start filling her out over the next few weeks. Say some things periodically and see how she reacts. Brie, okay, plan. Phil, if she reacts even a little bad, there's not much we can do. Brie, exactly. Phil, I love you. Brie, I love you more. Phil, I hope that's true. What you doing? Brie, masturbating. Phil, really? Brie, no. Phil, fuck you. Oh, and I need another picture for tonight as well. She sends a question mark, and Phil says a text picture. And then she says, a sexy one? Phil says, yes. She says, oh, you'll get one. Phil says, thank you. I'm sick of imagining you. So, laugh out loud. I'm not going through having sex with Phil withdrawals. I am going through having sex with Phil withdrawals. Phil, oh, you think this is a joke? Brie, oh my God. You really absolutely love having sex with me. Phil says, you're so fucked.
It's not even funny. Phil says, I'm going to fuck you so hard, you'll probably split in half. K, attempt at being slightly funny, but yet sexual equals fail. Brie, oh my God. Haha, sorry, my phone's in my room charging. Phil, okay. Brie, I want you to break me in half. Phil, you seriously have no idea how fucked you are. You don't even have the slightest inclination. Brie, what are you gonna go in and out 6 times then stop? Phil says K. Brie says that's so funny. Phil says, yeah, it's real funny until you can't walk, asshole. And then he corrects the asshole, and then she misspells his asshole. Then Phil says, lick my balls, you fucking whore. She says, okay, watch us ever have sex again with that statement. He sends hearts. He says, ha, you tried threatening me with no sex as if that's really good for you. ROFL. Ha. Oh, he sends it again. She reacts to it. She says, Bree says, hearts don't fix that. Phil says, oh, please, you know I was kidding. Bree says, Kay, we aren't having sex. Phil says, sorry, I didn't mean Bree was coming out. I didn't know mean Bree was coming out tonight. I'll let you go. What, these manipulating motherfuckers. She says, LMAO, I'm kidding, nut. Then she says, then he says, oh, be right back. Phone's dying, and I need to plug it in my car for a while. Love you. Bree says, love you. Phil says, I love fucking you. Whoops, I fucking love you. Smiley face. Bree says, driving. Phil says, sexy. Talk to winch. Talk to me, winch. Bree says, driving. Phil says, you wouldn't be texting if you're driving. That means you're smoking, doesn't it? You wouldn't be TE. Texting, I guess. Bree, I'm driving, Phil.
Phil, okay, Bree. Then hearts. Haha, I just requested Dave and Tom Neslo. Win-win. Bree, roll on the floor laughing. I know Tom told me. What Dave? Phil, his brother. Bree, he has one? Phil, I bet Tom addresses me. Yeah, must be new. Just a few friends. Bree, ha 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 ha. So he requested him on Facebook and says, I bet he addresses me. He knows that other guy's fucking her too. Phil, I think I comment on Tom's wall. Oh yeah, right there. Oh yeah. I almost commented on your Facebook just now. Who of your friends is most likely to run from the cops? Phil Godlewski, ha. I didn't though. Almost. Come see me. Bree, if you give us free cigs, cause I'm with Becca. NFC. Phil says, okay. Bree, be right there. Phil, yikes. Sierra hates me. Let me know when you're home and safe. Bree, K, safe. Phil says, phew. Bree says, yay. Phil says, stupid girl, stupid, stupid. Sierra might as well have jumped over the counter and pounded my face like, holy shit. Bree says, rolling on the floor laughing. Phil says, I was afraid. I almost cried. Wow. I'm leaving soon and you're busy. I'll text you tomorrow. Bree says, LMAO. Roll on the floor laughing. Oh my God. Sierra said she wasn't trying to be mean. Phil says, well, she was. All right, guys, let's find something to do. Come on, let's go now. I guess that's what Sierra said. He put it in quotes. Bree, oh my God, ha 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 ha. Phil, is there a bathroom? Mean face. Bree, oh my God, that's so funny. She said sorry she wasn't being mean. Phil, I feel like a puppy that just shit on the carpet. That's how she eyeballed me. Bree, I'm laughing so hard. Phil, I said love you, retard. I said love you. He says it twice. Bree, I love you too. Phil, smiley face. Bree, love you too. Phil, you said that already. Or was that for another boy? ... God damn it. I kind of wish she's in. She says drunk. Phil says, oh, that was a feeble attempt to have Dory see that text. Ha, nice try. I'll text you tomorrow, you tall, skanky, large-handed weirdo. Good night. She says, no, question mark. LMAO, I love you. Phil, stop that. Love you. I hate you.com. Good night. She says, love you. Phil says, love you. Bree says, if you don't come visit me at work before 3, I'll tear your balls off with my teeth. Phil says, I'm at work till 3. 2. She says, no. Can we do something after work, like when you get out? Phil, I have a 4 o'clock in Carbondale. Everything okay, or do you just really miss me? And he says, me again. She says, I don't know, lots. Phil says, question mark. Uh-oh, are you breaking up with me? Bree says, no, I'm just pissed off at you as usual. I'll get over it. Phil says, okay, well, love you as usual anyways. Bree says, no, you keep asking Dory to move somewhere warm with you. It really seems like you want to leave her, Phil. Phil says, it's widely known fact that I hate it here and hate cold weather in general, but there's no way I would leave you here and move with Dory. Don't be ridiculous. I don't care what Facebook says. So this whole time, this poor girl's having to watch him flirt with his wife online saying, move away with me to Florida or to the Bahamas. It's just crazy. I don't care what Facebook says. I would never walk away from you, Bree. Bree, no, cause you feed her shit like that and ask her to move away with you. You're like Dory. We're moving like fuck you. Phil, when and if I move, it'll be with you. when you were 18. I don't feed her anything. You're making up things in your head, Bree. Phil, I'm sorry, Bree. And I care what Facebook says, because while we were talking, you were like, we're moving away, like, no, fuck yourself. I saw with my own eyes telling Dory that you two are moving. Phil, Bree, I've been asking Dory to move away well before I even knew your name. Things change. I'm not going anywhere. And certainly not with her. I see me with you in the future, regardless what you think. Bree, no, last week you go, yes, Dory, we're moving. Like, fuck you. Phil, it appears that you're talking about a January 8th post that I referred to moving to San Diego. But yeah, I guess that's close to a week ago. Whatever. Text me when you're over it. Okay, let's see. When was it sent? In June. So it was a long time ago. She says, no, not January 8th. And even if it was 2 months ago, we were still talking. Phil, if it was January 8th, I just looked, and that was 2 days before we started talking. I know because January 8th is my mom's birthday, and we started after that. Bree, can you call me? Phil, yes. Now, she says, see, you're ridiculous. Don't even hang up on me again. Don't ever hang up on me again. Phil, if you think I wouldn't stop talking to you over this whole weed thing, you're wrong. Bree, I didn't go on a ride. Phil, because I've just about had it, and that's not... Oh, no, there's another 100 bits. Thank you very much. Guess who farted? Cheered 100 bits. Thank you. Because I've just about had it, and that's not the type of girl I want to be with at all. I tell you about my brother, and it's in one ear and out the other, like no big deal. Now you're hanging out with the scum of the earth just to get stoned. No? Bree, that's not true, Phil. Phil, I need to cool down. I'll text you later. Bree, okay, Dad. Phil, yeah, as usual, always resort to the okay, Dad line. This is one big joke to you. Sorry if I don't want to see something happen to you. My bad. This is either going to end really, really soon, or we're going to end. You pick. By the way, Phil's driving this girl to drugs, and don't think for a second he isn't. He's a 25-year-old manipulating a 15-year-old. She's going to have fucking issues. These are from 2010. These are all 2010 text messages. Yeah, I dare you to... oh, wait. Fine, then. She says, fine, then. I'll just lie to you like you do to me. Phil says, yeah, I dare you to lie to me about weed instead of quitting. Let me find out once, just once, and that'll be it. And no, I don't lie to you anymore. Bree, okay. And okay. Phil, you really don't know how serious I am, do you? I promise you I'll never talk to you again, but weed is more important than that. Fuck you, Bree. I'll handle Tom. I'll handle you with another boy. This I won't handle. And I'll walk away. Trust me. Phil's again in his pineapple party, I think. Bree, weed isn't more important than you. Phil, certainly fucking seems that way, doesn't it? Bree, okay, go live with another girl. Phil, being with that fucking little cunt was the last straw. You either stop now or we stop, and that's final. So it says being with that. So she says, okay, go live with another girl. And he says, being with that fucking little cunt last night was the last straw. You either stop now or we stop, and that is the final. Fine, I will. This is again Phil. Fine, I will. That's what you want. Your choice. Bree says, okay, bye. Phil says, I've never dated a girl that was into drugs, but I made an exception for you. I didn't have any idea it was this serious, and I've changed my mind. It's me or the weed. And if you pick me and continue to smoke, I'll eventually find out, and I'll never speak to you again for the rest of my life. Bye. She says, good. Phil says, the fact that you're fighting with me over drugs really changes my opinion about you, Bree. You can call me a bad person and whatever for cheating and blah, 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 but you're ruining your life, and now you're even about to lose someone who loves you over getting stoned. I'm not sure you're the person I fell in love with anymore. We might have to stop until that changes, because I'm not putting up with being in love with a girl that's in love with drugs. I'm sorry.
What a fucking pussy, dude. What a fucking pussy.
Bree, not in love with drugs. I love you. I won't do it anymore. It's not a big deal. Phil, no, because I think you'll just lie to me and do it anyways, knowing that so he gives him an ultimatum and then she can't even meet it. Knowing that there's probably a slim chance of me finding out. If you're not going to actually stop, just tell me, please, because I don't want to have to find out that you really never quit and we're just keeping it from me. No, I'll stop. No big deal. Phil says K. Oh, God. Here we go. Phil, look at you. Look, you fucking retard. I'm just trying to look out for someone that I seriously, overwhelmingly care for. I have a history of drug abuse in my family, from my father to my uncle, Joe's dad, to my cousin, Joe himself. I've seen where they started and how progressed it got. And I'm way too familiar with what happens to the family because of it. You may think you're just having a good time and it'll be okay, but it won't. Eventually, people will expect you to get high with them, and it'll get harder and harder to refuse. I'm not about to put myself through that with someone who I care so much for. And this is definitely someone that I'll end our relationship. This is definitely something I'll end our relationship over. My fucking twin brother was killed because of the same shit you do 3+ times a week. And it's too hard to relive all of that when I hear about you getting high. I'm really sorry if you don't understand and think I'm being controlling, but this is something that I just won't budge on. His twin brother died from smoking weed?
His twin brother died from smoking weed? Wow, that's crazy.
She says, Kay, I'm sorry. He says, I hate telling you what to do, and I've tried not to. I just hinted at it all a little, but it's going way too far, and I don't know how else to tell you anymore. Okay, I'll talk to you later. She says, okay, question mark. Phil says, you're not talking to me, and I have other things I can be doing than this. I'll just text you later today. Maybe we need a little while apart today. She says, Kay. Phil says, you're such an asshole. Bye. Oh, you're with Tom. That's why you aren't talking to me. Okay, here comes the big fight. You're with Tom. That's why you're not talking to me.
He made up a twin brother?
He made up a twin brother to get her to start smoking a fucking naturally occurring plant.
God damn, what time is it? It's 3 a.m. Fuck.
He says, this isn't going to work. I'll text you in the next couple of days. She says, Phil, you have such a double standard. You said You said you wouldn't fucking do this. You can't talk to me at night or 93% of the time because you live with another girl. Don't take your bad mood on me. Phil, the feeling I have in my stomach when I know you're with Tom and I'm on the other line trying to talk to you, and the pain and awful feeling I'm left with for the rest of the day is far worse than the thrilling feeling of loving you, being with you, and having sex with you. I know this is exactly how you feel when I'm with her, and exactly how you felt last year, but I don't want either of us to experience pain anymore. We need to stop talking, Bree. This is too hard on the both of us, and until I'm single, this is going to be impossible. I can't love you. So he still wants to fuck Dory. He just don't want her fucking Tom. I can't love you knowing you're with someone else who loves you, and you shouldn't either. This has to end. I'll leave her, and when I finally do, I'll come get you, and we'll be happy for the rest of our lives. Until then, this isn't going to work. Bree, see, all you wanted was sex. Phil, no. If all I wanted was sex, I'd be fine with the current arrangement. Oh, you admitted to it again, Phil. You admitted to it again. I'm ending this because I care about you so fucking much, and we shouldn't hurt each other like this. I love you more than anything in this world. I can't hurt you like this and let myself get hurt at the same time. It makes it. He never cared until one day she was with Tom and he figured it out.
Now it's hurting each other. We can't do this. This must be how you feel every fucking day.
Bree, then if you care about me so much, don't let me go and we'll work things out. Phil, we'll never work things out as long as I'm with her. You'll always have this feeling that I have right now, and I'll have it too because you'll still be with Tom or whatever else. Life sucks, and right now it doesn't allow us to be together. Eventually it will, and we'll have the greatest love any couple has ever had. Okay, now just isn't that time. Bree, no, I'm pretty sure it was all about hooking up with me again. Now that I have someone, you can't deal with it, even though that's what I did and still am doing. Like, fuck you, Phil. I feel even worse because since I've fallen so deeply in love with you, I understand even more how much I hurt you last year. I hate myself for doing that, and I'll never get over it, and I'll always hate myself for it, but there's no fucking way I'm going to do it again. And by continuing to talk to you, that's exactly what I will. That's exactly what will happen. Bree, that's not true. You never know what's going to happen. Phil, well, if that's what you think, you're very wrong. If it were about hooking up, why would I care about who you are with? It's about love. And if you can't see that, there's probably nothing I can do to make you see it. A 15-year-old doesn't even know about fucking love, right? It's get the fuck out of here. Bree, if you love me enough, you'd stay with me to get through this. Phil, stay with you just to hurt you? No. If I truly loved you, I'd cut it off before I hurt you again, and that's what I'm doing. Bree, if you end this now, there will be no me and you in the future. Phil, I disagree. And if not, it'll be your fault, not me, because there's nothing in this world I want more than to be with you. Except for, losing money and not being able to leave his current wife. Bree, no, if we end this now, I won't ever get back together with you in the future, ever. Phil, I don't believe you. That's a chance I'm willing to take. Bree, no, I'm really sick of your shit, Phil. I don't know how Dory puts up with it either. That's right. You don't deserve anyone. You're such a sleazebag who basically just used me for sex. Bullshit. You have to stay with Dory because of money. She would never take all of your money and shit unless you cheated on her, which you did and are. I honestly feel bad for her because you misfed her the same bullshit you feed me. Phil, great. Insults. No rationale. Just insults. I'm sorry if I don't want to hurt you. And as good as our sex might be. Oh, you did it again. And as good as our sex might be, it fails in comparison to my love for you. I love you. I love you so fucking much that I've been in tears since 11 this morning. Bree, you have not been in tears since 11 this morning. Phil, you still don't realize how much I love you, do you? Bree, you obviously love Dory since that's what you tell her and you refuse to leave her. Phil, I don't want a fucking ounce of feelings for Dory. You're the only girl that I even remotely care about. I'm just done hurting you. I'm done. Bree, yeah, not what you tell her, and you aren't hurting me. I have Tom, who is nice to me. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Like a documentary on narcissistic behavior? I agree.
Phil, then go be with Tom, Bree. Be happy. You deserve it. Why stay with me when you just get hurt? I'd be thrilled to see you with someone that makes you happy. In a year or whatever it may be, I'll contact you and see if you want to try again. Date Tom for a year, 2 years, whatever. He obviously loves you, and I'm sure you'll be happy with him.
I'll struggle and get through this ridiculous situation I put myself in.
I'll get past it just like I do with everything else. Bree, I can't believe you're ending this. Phil, my stomach is in knots, and this will be the last day I allow this to happen to myself or you. There's no choice, Bree. I wish it wasn't this way, but it is. You and me were totally unmistakably meant to be, just not now. Yeah, because she's underage. Because she's a minor. I think that's the point. Bree, do you know how bad I want to pick up the phone and call Dory and have all of this backfire in your fucking face? But I won't, because I'm not a sleazebag like you. Phil, and I'm dying here, but I can't change how it is. Bree, oh, you're dying? My ass. You don't give a fuck. Bree, okay, well, I'm done pouring my heart out to you in a text just for you to threaten me and say you don't give a fuck. Ha, 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 ha. So, goodbye. I'll always love you. Try to remind yourself of that. Bree, what's Dory's number? Phil, thanks, Bree. I hurt you, so you tell Dory. I refuse to hurt you this time, so you tell Dory. Unreal. I hurt you, so you tell Dory. Did she already tell Dory once?
Is that the first breakup?
Just tell her. Do me a favor. Maybe it'll show me that you really aren't the girl for me. I don't know. I'm ending this, and you're sitting there with Tom. That leads me to believe that you never really cared to begin with. Bree, no thanks, Phil. Thanks for promising me you'll never stop talking to me. Thanks for making me believe you all over again. Fall in love with you all over again. Thanks for using me for sex and screwing with my head. She spelled it wrong. Screwing with my head and my feelings. Thanks for lying to me. Thanks for getting my hopes up every single day and making me all these promises just to say goodbye again. Fuck yourself, you worthless piece of shit. Phil says, fuck it, do whatever. Bree, I wasn't even with Tom, you stupid piece of worthless shit. I've been laying in bed since I got home from work. Phil, bullshit. Bree, oh really? Then call me. I'm in my own fucking bed, and you honestly think I'd ever be texting nonstop with another guy while I was with him? No. Phil, I love you more than anything, Brianna, anything ever, and that will never change. Bree, don't butter me up so you can get your way. Phil, I'm not my way. I'm losing you. How the fuck am I getting my way? Bree, because you're the one ending it. I've been sitting here trying to convince you that I love you and that I want this to work, but you're sitting here telling me absolutely not. If you love someone, you stay with them. There's really no complications. You are leaving me and you are staying with her. Well, I mean, you won't be after I call her. Phil, I'm so humongously sick and fucking tired, and you saying I used you for sex, you used me just as much as I used you, if that's the case. Oh, you admitted to it again, Phil. Brie, I've never heard anything funnier in my whole entire life, Phil. So call her then. I'll be single and find someone else. I'll also be broke, but maybe I'll finally be happy. Who knows?
That scenario is the only way I won't be in your future. But that's your choice. Nothing I can do.
Brie, you don't deserve anyone. Phil, but yet I'll find someone. Brie, no, the decision you're making right now determines our future. You did this. You doing this me again. Phil, you can ruin my life and my relationship with Dory, of course, but that's the extent of what you can do. I'll move on and I'll be happy eventually. Doing what? Not wanting to hurt you? My fucking stomach, Brie. Is this how you feel? You want this feeling every day? You want me to have this feeling? Why? In all capitals. Brie, I don't care. By the time you move on and are finally happy, will be a good time from now. And I'll probably forget who you are. So go ahead and do what you want. I don't give a flying fuck and a half about your ugly, skinny stomach. I hate you. Phil, you do care. You're in love with me, and that won't change for a very long time. And my stomach is not ugly. She says, laugh out loud. He says, I love you. Bree says, then don't leave me again, and we won't have a problem. Phil says, I have no intentions on not talking to you anymore, you retard. I told you I wouldn't. And I meant it. I wanted to see how you reacted to all this. Bree says, what the fucking hell are you talking about? He says, and well, I guess I learned some things today. She says, question marks, are you on fucking drugs? He says, no, you are. Bree says, are you seriously that sick and twisted? He says, we need to talk, think. But I'm not leaving you ever. You failed today, though, big time fail. He was testing her the whole time. I think he got scared. I think he got fucking scared she really was going to call. But he claims he was testing her and she failed.
And yes, I am. Bree, are you on drugs? You just fought with me and had me crying my eyes out for 2 hours for absolutely no reason at all. You're really fucked up in the head. And you need help. He says, Phil says, don't make it seem like you wasn't crying, dumb bitch. I needed to get to the heart of your feelings. She says, what? You're the most fucked up person I know. You're so sick. Phil says, needed you to admit that you can get past me going home to Dory since you have Tom. And it worked because you did. However, you threatened me again, and that bothers me, Bree. Bree says, good. Don't make me promises, then break them. Phil says, I haven't broke any promises. Bree says, you fuck me over again and again. I'll ruin your life. What's fair is fair. You were just telling me for 2 hours how you were leaving me. Phil, fuck you over how? Bree, exactly what you said you wouldn't do. Phil, wait, haha. You started this. You realize that, right? I didn't sit home and think of a grand master plan. Bree, never mind. Oh my God, you're so fucking stupid. It's like making me crazy. Bye. Phil, You yet again brought up Dory and how upset you were. I then flipped the table. Jaybird brought you 7 6-packs. Thank you very much, Jaybird. Yeah, I then flipped the table and told you how hurt I was because of Tom. That's not true, by the way. He couldn't get a hold of her. Then he started screaming about Tom. I then flipped the table and told you how hurt I was because of Tom. Why be together if we're both hurt? Doesn't make sense. But I got you to admit that our relationship is worth saving, even if we're hurt, I guess. Sorry, I didn't mean to outsmart you. It just sort of happened. Again, bragging. She says, you're a piece of shit. Phil says, you're the love of my fucking life. I'll never walk away from you unless you break my heart. You're just bitter. She says, can we have sex today? He says, yes. I literally have like 20 minutes. Again, he admitted to it. Carbondale at 4, and I don't leave Osmolia till 3. She says, you're gonna make fucking time. We're having sex. Switch stuff around or something. I'm fucking you until you won't even know how to get to Carbondale. Phil says, and it'll have to be at your grandma's. No time to go anywhere. She says, can't go to mom's. Mom's. He says, ha ha, outsmart you and all you want to do is fuck me. Awesome. Bree, make time to do something. I'll pay you. Phil says, it's really going to be lime. Not a long time. Just sex and leave. And then he corrects it, says like. It's really going to be like not a long time. She says, can you go to the house? Can we go to a house? Question mark. Phil says, yes, but I just don't have time to lay around and talk, etc. She says, me either. I only have time to pull your pants down as soon as we walk into the house. Here's the claims where he said he never had sex in a house, all refuted. Incoming. So Phil, I'm going to be walking around hard for the next hour now. Great. You disgusting fuck. Bree, counting last year and this year, even for that whole time we didn't talk, I never wanted you this bad, ever. And I'm not making it up. I want to fuck the ever living shit out of you, and you can't walk. As soon as we walk in, I'm throwing you down, tearing your pants off, and sucking your dick. Phil, just because I messed with you? Bree, I don't know. I want you. Oh my God. Phil, I'm going to come in like 30 seconds. Guaranteed. And he could not spell guaranteed. Bree, why? Phil, multiple orgasms for the win. Because we have had sex. We haven't had sex because we have had sex in 30 years. Haven't had sex in 30 years. Bree, we're having sex. We're having sex like 3 times in 30 minutes. You probably have it about 10 times with Phil. Phil, I definitely can. I just hope there's time. Bree, over and over again. Oh, and if I'm sitting on top of you riding while you're rubbing my clit, and I'm leaned back holding onto your legs, I'm pretty sure we'll have time. Phil, where am I picking you up? Bree, the gym. I'm going there now to work out for a bit. Phil, I'll be there at 3. Bree, okay. Oh my God. I'm so wet already. Phil, I came in my pants twice so far. I thought I was misreading it. I turned my head. I thought I was misreading this quote. I thought I was misreading this. So I turned my head just to make sure, because I've been reading them kind of straight up and down. So she says I'm wet already, and he thinks the equal comeback for that is I came in my pants twice so far. Hopefully there'll be some left. I don't know.
Because I'm a dick.
Oh, S Smudgy 36 Max, thank you very much. What the fuck? He's always been bad at analogies. You're right, Shaq. What the fuck, dude? Imagine a girl saying, man, I'm so horny right now. And you're like, I busted all the way down my leg and all the hair is stuck to the inside of my pants. That's a turn on. He's wet also. Jesus fucking Christ. This dude, I'm glad I kept reading. She says, oh my God, LMAO, no, Phil, like I'm fucking dying. I need to have your penis inside me in order to get through today. If I didn't have sex with you today, I might have heart failure. Phil says, I moved my appointment to 5, so I'll have until about 4:15 before we need to leave. Okay. Bree, don't be fucking late because I didn't have the time today. Because I don't have the time today. ... Bree, don't be fucking late because I don't have the time today. He says it twice. She says, no shit. Phil says, you're so fucked. Leaving now. Yay. Bree says, oh shit. Tom's at the gym. Phil says, Heart, sorry about today. I won't do that ever again. Then he says, sorry about today. I won't. I don't know. He says it 3 times. Bree says, what do you mean? Oh, never mind. Phil says, fuck with you. Bree says, fuck me? Phil says, I did, and I want it again right now, actually. I literally can't have sex with you for an entire day. Like, if we had the whole night tonight, we would have just kept going. You already came in your pants twice, bro. Don't get yourself excited. She says, oh my God, I know. All day long. Phil says, I hate when my... Here we are. Now we get to see her response. Now we get to see her response to the I hate my penis text.
Will something.
I'm so excited about this right now. I know. I'm so excited about this right now that I already came in my pants twice. Just in case you're curious. I'm about to go get a bottle of water in a second. People are yelling at me. The voices in my head. All right, so hold on. So he says, I hate my penis. I don't know why the fuck that happens. You looked so good and were giving incredible head. Then boom, gone like what the fuck? So what does she say back? Lamau, I didn't look good. He says, you always look good. I'm ridiculously attracted to you. She says, you're so sexy. Oh, God. What are all these? 100 for the pants and 100 for swing and miss couch. Thank you very much, Dreamweaver. Phil, honestly, looking at you without clothes on drives me fucking crazy. She says, you really think I'm that attractive? He says, and our kissing is amazing. Haha, yes. She just let that fucking limp dick just go on by, didn't she? She says, I've never kissed someone like that before. Phil said, then she says, I've never kissed someone like that before. Phil says, really? She says, no, not even Joe. Phil says, you're the best kisser I've ever kissed. Maybe it's just that. Holy fuck, how did trivia start? How did trivia start? What just happened? It hasn't worked all night. It hasn't worked all fucking night. What did y'all do? Did one of the mods put trivia in chat? Did you give me a break, Yori? I got you. I'll go grab something to drink. Thank you.
Dory was yelling at me to drink water. And then I said, I'll get it in a minute. And then she made a trivia break, so I could go have water. Oh, one of the Louis did something, I guess. I got to change the lid. I like the sports lid. Thank you very much. I did go get water. My throat was hurting. I feel like my voice is changing. Drink water and change your socks. Oh, that's good. Propel strawberry kiwi. Pretty good. Thank you, Yori. Anybody guess the right Louis? I guess not.
This is crazy, dude. This is so crazy.
I can't believe this shit. Oh, hold on. How many more pages of text messages are there? What page are we on? We're on page 98. Hold on just a second. Oh my God. There's no way we can read all these tonight. We're going to have a part 2, guys. There's no fucking way. I'm on page 98 and there's already 50 more pages. Oh my God. We'll get to page 100, then we got to go to Exhibit B. We'll get to page 100, then we got to go to Exhibit B. We'll have to come back for a part 2. Holy shit. Holy fuck. I don't know if chat got it right. I have no idea, but good luck. Chat was right. It was Louis the 10 plus 14th. All right, so she says, I've never kissed someone like that before. He says, really? She says, no, not even Joe. Phil says, you're the best kisser I've ever kissed. Maybe it's just that we're really comparable kissing-wise, but I've never experienced that before. Bree, phone dying. I'll text you soon. He sounds like such a homo. Like, what is he saying here? Phil says, Kay, I love you. She says, heart. Phil says, I'm with family for the next few hours. I'll text you periodically. Love you, Bree. Bree says, Kay, love you. He says, hi, sexy. Bree says, hearts. He says, can't talk. Just wanted to say I miss you and I love you more than anything. Bree says, I love you and miss you too so much. Hearts. Phil says, I just had a glass of wine and might pass out. I never drink between sex today and wine with my eyes. When wine,
Because I'm a
my
dick.
eyes are literally. Sue K, but you 5-6 face again. Will too late for the depends. Oh no. Thank you very much. Might pass out. I never drink. Between sex today and wine, my eyes are literally closing right now. She says, rolling on the floor laughing. He says, I love you, Bree. I hope someday you'll be with me at these things. I can't wait. I can't wait to be with you. I'm going to close my eyes. I think. If I don't text you tonight, I'm at Osmola's all day tomorrow. That's the gas station. And I'll text you then when he was selling Subway sandwiches. This is when, by the way, this is when he's supposed to be a secret agent, in case anybody's wondering. He was working at Subway and the gas station, giving his friends free gas and pocketing the $5 they'd give him to fill up the tank. Okay. He says, wake up. I'm sore. Did you pee yet? The fuck? Then he says, well, okay, I just thought you should know that I'm so incredibly happy that you decided to call me again after everything we've been through. Everything to me seems so unreal right now. I have a feeling that I've never felt before, and I'm really... And then it cuts off. So this doesn't have like anything more. If it says read more, it doesn't have anything more than that. She says, I love you so much, and a bunch of hearts. He says, smiley face. He says, did you tear up a little? Because I did after rereading it. What you teared up after reading your own message? After reading your own message you wrote, you teared up.
She says, yes, a little. I just
Because I'm a
woke
dick.
up, so I'm still like half dead. Some of what you keep it up, beer man, all night long. We can't do all night long tonight. I think we're going to get to 100, and then we'll probably go to Exhibit B, and then we'll read the other 100 or whatever later. Ha ha ha. He says, ha ha ha, fucking lazy piece of shit. Get up now because you just woke up and still like half dead. She says, no, I'm never getting out of bed today. You know what I want to do with you? Walk up Lake Scranton. Phil says, you just said I'm never getting out of bed. Then I want to walk up Lake Scranton today. Like, fuck you. Oh, wait. Okay. I didn't read it properly. Okay, when? I'm excited. Then she finally responds, why did you just say fuck you? He says, haha, I don't know. She says, let's go. He says, I'm at Asmolzia's all fucking day. That's the gas station. He says, till 7. Last page you're going to read tonight. She says, what the fuck? He says, yeah, I needed tomorrow off because I scheduled appointments all day. So Pete made me work all day today in order to make up. So that's his mom's brother. Pete's his mom's brother, I think. So his mom and uncle own the gas station. So Pete made me work all day today in order to make up for tomorrow. She says, you're always busy and stupid. He says, that's some idea, though. What made you think of that? She says, I don't know. It's a good idea. It's somewhere where we can actually like talk and spend time together, where we won't have to be worried about seeing people. Phil says, you didn't go there with someone else before, and now you're pretending it's an original idea, are you? Did you? Because if not, you just made me love you even more. She says, why would you love me even more if I suggested going to Lake Scranton? Laugh out loud. Even she's like, man, this is a little thick, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, even she's suspicious. He says, because I love those kinds of things, and you didn't answer me. She says, do you really? Yeah, and yes, I did. He says, yeah, there's not something material that you can get me because chances are I already have it. Or he's acting rich now and he's fucking a broke piece of shit. Or if I wanted it, I'd just go buy it for myself. Those types of walks and talks and stupid little things make me melt. Dory never fucking got that. Maybe. Then it ends. She says, you like going for walks and stuff? I hate this guy. Then he says, well, not just walks, small little things like that. Like I would have never thought of a walk at the lake, at Lake Scranton. They caught me off guard, but it's fantastic. I love it. That's the last one we're going to read today. That's page 100. So that'll be easy to remember. Let's go down to Exhibit B. Damn, there's like another 50, 60 pages of these. Holy shit. Maybe not that many. Okay, there's another 45 pages of these. All right, Exhibit B. Let's see what we got, Exhibit B. So Exhibit B says, what is going on? Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Hold on. This only needs to be at 100. And then I need to do this, right? Then I just need to do this. That was my bad. I was scrolling the whole page instead of just the document. Or zooming in. Exhibit B. These are other messages, I guess. And it says, I disagree. I think she'll still see me as a 25-year-old that fucked her 15-year-old daughter. And he says, you're walking a dangerous line. That was part of Exhibit B. Exhibit C. This is her affidavit. An adult individual who resides at blah, blah, blah. My date of birth is blah, blah, blah. My driver's license is attached to his affidavit. As a minor victim in a criminal case brought against Phil Godlewski in July 2010 and September 2008, I began ninth grade at Riverside High School at the age of 15 years old. On November 10th, 2008, my boyfriend, Joseph Strzok, committed suicide. I was very upset by his death. Shortly before Strzok's death, I met Phil Godlewski. I began communicating with him after Joseph's death. Philip Godlewski was 10 years older than me. Within a couple months after Joseph Strzok's death, I began having a sexual relationship with Phil Godlewski. I was 15 years old when we started a sexual relationship. Philip brought me gifts, including jewelry, a hat, and other items during the first few months of our relationship. Philip Godlewski and I had sex multiple times while I was in 9th grade and 10th grade student at Riverside High School. Philip Godlewski was charged with crimes relating to our sexual relationship in July of 2010. Philip Godlewski and I continued to communicate with each other while the criminal case was pending against him. After Phil Godlewski was arrested, he pleaded with me not to testify against him and said he would commit suicide if I testified against him. In response to Philip Godlewski's pleas and just wanting the situation to end, I stopped. So this is just the affidavit from there. I sent numerous text messages to Phil Godlewski from my cell phone number, blah, blah, blah. I received numerous text messages from Phil Godlewski from his cell phone number, blah, blah. Around March 12th or 13th, my mother provided my cell phone to Taylor Borough Police as evidence. To Taylor Borough Police executive sex relationship with Phil Godlewski. A true and correct copy of the text message between Philip Godlewski and I on February 24th, 2010 and March 12th, 2010 are shown in the documents and here too marked as. So when did she turn it over? March 12th, right? And that goes to March 12th. Okay. I was 16 years old and these text messages received. Phil Godlewski was 26 years old. Around Christmas 2008, Phil Godlewski gave me a 2-page document. A true and correct copy of here is attached. So let's go. One thing I do want to see before we move on, I want to see what this last page of text looks like. It says, I'm leaving in 20 minutes or 2B and WB for 5. And I was told specifically that I cannot bring my cell phone since it's always rings. I literally cannot talk to you tonight, nor do I fucking want to. She says, this isn't over. Stop being dramatic. I will call you when I'm done tanning for 2 minutes. Phil says, do whatever you want to me, but I'm done with you. She says, stop being so dramatic, Phil. Seriously. He says, let's see you. Oh, when I'm really actually out of your life for good, you heartless bitch. Wow. Then he put a frowny face. She put, I love you. And he put, I love you too. Text you tomorrow. He called her a heartless bitch the last time they ever fucking talk. We got to read the rest of those tomorrow. We got to do it. Even though I'm not even supposed to do a show tomorrow. All right, I do want to see this down here. She included a 2-page document. Here's the full timeline. Woke up, text 8:31. Woke up, texted you immediately. 8:51, saw hair in the bathtub drain. Thought about how much you shed. It's gross. 8:59, looked into the fridge for something to eat. Saw ice cream in the back. Thought of you and your bagels. 9:18, realized my arms and abs hurt because of, well, you know. 9:21, I saw one of your ex's presents on a TV commercial. 9:26, looked at your MySpace. 9:36, thought it was funny and laughed out loud a little bit because sometimes you call yourself a horseback rider. Ooh. 9:41, thought about how to break up with Dory for you. I'm getting close. 9:58, saw all 3 of my animals together on the couch and thought it was funny that you called my house a zoo. 10:04, thought about moving to Florida with you. 10:12, wondered if we were really going to work or if you were just going to hate me 6 months from now. 10:14, realized that you're only 15 but quickly stopped caring. 10:21, I love your fucking legs. Oh my God. 10:24, couldn't understand why I think of you this much. Then I realized how much I actually really be in love, like for real like. 10:34, got sad because we can't officially go out. I just want everyone to know that I love you. 10:41, I won't see you today. What the fuck? 10:42, got sad. 10:49, saw a commercial with some, oh my God. Things have escalated. Ooh, that one will not wear well, Phildo. That one is not going to go over well. What was wearing the hat, bro? Who was wearing that hat? Ooh. Saw a commercial with some, quoting Phil Godlewski, Negro wearing one of those gay hats you want. 10:53, thought about how much you sound like Lil Wayne when you rap. Not. 10:59, I can't fucking wait to see you. 11:07, crazy things just went through my head when you texted me the word hotel. 11:19, I'm in the shower and I want you here now. 11:39, I just pulled brie hair from my crotch area. Ha 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 ha. 12:15, I just realized you're the first person I've ever drove and texted at the same time before. 12:39, I'm with a Jewish couple. The guy had those curly sideburns and it reminded me of your hair for some reason. Sorry. 103, you keep texting me, but I can't answer because I'm with a Jew. This blows. Damn, he's going to hit all the groups, ain't he? Fuck. 159, just got to the office and immediately looked at MySpace again. Not because I'm a psycho, just because I miss you a lot, a real lot. 213, texting you while at the office and is badass and you're hot. 221, just got you another Xmas present online. I really need to stop. Seriously, like. 239, it's almost time to see you, but not today. 243, just got real sad. I miss you. 256, should we get a jacuzzi suite? 308, fucking cheerleading. You're definitely a hot cheerleader, though. 318, I wonder what your mom would say or if she would give me a chance. 321, I really want mom to cook for me. Every single night, me and her would be tight. 334, have a guy named Tom. A guy named Tom just called me at the office. Strange. 342, you always smell so fucking good. 343, unless you go tanning. Yum. 356, why can't you be 21? That's page 1. 415, I hope we're together for a long time. I knew I thought about you a lot, but not this much. 424, we'd have hot kids. Holy fuck. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Hot kids. 439, I have to get you to watch more TV. I love TV. We're watching shit together, definitely. 445, you would love One Tree Hill. 455, I love that kissing your ears turns you on. That's so hot. 503, ha ha ha, vagina flaps. What the fuck? 516, I constantly beat you in the Tourette's game anymore. Maybe I'll let you win next time. 523, our song is on. 525, our song is over. 528, why are we so compatible? I'm 10 years older than you. 535, you wear the same sweatpants all the time. Ha ha. 541, I just pictured you with Corey Schuster and got sad. Then I puked. Yeah, okay, sure. 548, you deserve so much better than me. 6 o'clock, I'm late for work, not because of you for once, but it made me think of you anyways. 609, a girl with an Armani shirt just walked in and I thought of you. 613, our song is on. 615, our song is over. 624, the thought of losing you just came into my head again. I never want that to happen, Bree. 629, Hod just saw a llama on MSNBC. 636, your hands are almost as big as mine, which is frightening, really. 639, more Brie hair inside my t-shirt. Great. 701, I just had to lift an engine. Holy fuck, you're the first thing I thought of when I caught my breath. You had to lift an engine. With what, motherfucker? Like you can lie to a 15-year-old girl. What the fuck is wrong with you? 711, your brown freckle birthmark thingies are sexy. 719, I hope you like your Xmas present. 721, you're the single most important thing in my life right now. 726, I really seriously love you so much. 733, I want to take MySpace pictures with you ASAP. 741, I really don't feel good. I can't stop puking. I think I puked up Brie hair and at least once today. 749, oh my God, I love Tom's, but I love you more. 759, you're at the stupid game. I wish I could have come to see you. 818, haha, you run funny. 826, I just sold a blueberry bagel. 838, can't move without wanting to puke. I just wish you were here to make me better. 847, okay, I'm going home now, and I just saw a pound of your hair on my driver's seat. I love you. 912, I'm home, but I'm going directly to sleep. I'm texting you right now before I turn off the TV. I can't wait to text you in the morning. I love you, Bree, so much. What a piece of shit. Oh my God, more messages? No way. That's more of Exhibit B. There's no way. There's so much to Exhibit B, bro. No fucking way. There's too much on Exhibit B. I think these are repeats, hopefully. These actually look easier to read, though. Trying to see when these were sent. These are all 2010.
February 28th, 2010. Let's see if they end at the same time. They do look easier to read, like maybe they were clarified some. I just wish they weren't fucking sideways. That's the worst part. Okay, here we go. I'm leaving in 20 minutes, and I have to be in W. Yeah, these are the same ones because it says. This isn't over. Stop being dramatic. I'll call you when I'm done. Do whatever you want to me, but I'm done with you. Stop being so dramatic. Feel seriously. Let's see you owl when I'm really actually out of your life for good, you heartless bitch. Yeah, they're the same messages. Okay, Exhibit E. This is his Telegram channel, Exhibit F. More posts of him talking shit about Bree, I'm sure. Exhibit G. Oh, and while we're at it, let's check out all these comms with BD. Oh, God. That's it. That's the case so far, guys. It is fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. This replay will be up on YouTube tomorrow. I did it on, we started on the 3rd. It's currently the 4th. But these will be up tomorrow for sure. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for the donations to come in late tonight. Thank you for keeping me going and supporting me for staying on late. We got a bunch of donations through like the after show. Tomorrow, even though I don't typically do a show, I'll probably come on early and I'll start at page 100 and we'll finish all the text messages tomorrow. That way nobody miss out on them. If you want to go see it yourself, you guys know how to access the documents, LPA, whatever it is for the document sites. I can't get through the rest of them tonight. There's no way. Another 50 fucking pages and it's almost 4 o'clock here. Everybody have a good night. Thank you very much. I will finish those. I think the worst ones are probably in that first document where they said see exhibit B with blah, blah, blah. But there's probably still some more things in there, and maybe there's some more racial references. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for hanging out with me. I do greatly appreciate it. I'll see everybody on the next one. Have a good night. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. If you want to support the show while we're offline, go to coldbeer.fund. Coldbeer.fund. I gotta go get something to eat and sleep, but mostly eat. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Sorry about that.
Let 'em burn it out. Sell 'em to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fake.
Starting to sound like you're going to tell people the frogs are gay, like Alex Jones. Must be. Munch on rice crackers. Yeah, I actually, I still have some. The only thing I got left is this big bag of crackers that, like, it was a big bag, right? It was probably the size of like a notebook, like the length and width, and it has individually wrapped crackers in it. They're good. I think they got poppy seeds or something in them, but they're still good. That's the only thing they got left. I ate everything else at the office because I'm a fatty. Those little bastards in the little black bag, I ate them motherfuckers in like 2 days. Those are so good. The ones with the almonds in the middle, holy shit, they were good. I need a bleach shower. You wait till I catch that bleep in that hat that you want for Christmas. What the fuck? Thank you for making a break for me, Yori. I would have taken a break eventually when I die. Guys, have a good one. I still got to round up the laundry and take it home. Support the show while we're offline at coldbeer.fund, and we'll see everybody tomorrow. Thank you. We are all Phil's victims tonight. That's what we're going to end with right there.